What is good, Dad? How are we doing today? Welcome to another show. All right, it is a Tuesday. We're away from Monday. We're close to Wednesday, but not quite Friday. But we're here today, and I appreciate you guys being here. What's good, Chad? All right, listen, we're about to talk about some crazy shit because there is fire on the mountain, as my mother says all the time. All right, that usually means it ain't good. Okay, and typically it usually means that something that has been predicted is now coming to fruition. Okay, let's stop the music. Let's get down to brass tacks for a second. Okay, because some of you are like, "Oh, Duke, what are you talking about? Coming to fruition?" Okay, what are you saying? What predictions were made? What is being happening right now that you believe that your predictions are coming true? Well, it has to do with what we've been currently experiencing from the fresh and fit side of things. Not them specifically, but their audience and their recent show type that they've been doing, which is like a call-in show, right? And essentially, this call-in show allows fresh and fit to listen to their audience and see what's really going on. Because a lot of these guys, for a while, have been allowed to go out there and convince the rest of the world that yes, they know their audience so well that they're even saving lives. That's right, folks. They know their audience so goddamn well in and out that they're saving their lives, right? They know these people better than they know themselves. That's what they expect you to, believe, right? But what happens when reality meets up with their claims? Well, things don't really turn out too well, right? So here's what I mean by that. For example, we talk about Sneeko because he's one of the ones that uses that example all the time. Okay, he says, I'm saving lives, the men, the young men out there. Okay, they need me. If I wasn't spewing this bullshit I'm spewing, okay, there'd be a lot more dead teenagers. And you know what's funny is this extreme nonsense that I find so alarming about all this, right? Don't y'all find this weird, the appeal to extremism, where it's just like, oh yeah, if I don't spew my red pill shit, boys are gonna die out there, huh? Whoa, hey, calm down, all right? Just because there's it doesn't mean it's quite there, okay? Correlation, that whole thing, right? No, okay, but that's what they want to make you to believe, because with everything they do, the stakes are heightened, okay? So they want to let you know we're saving lives out here, okay? We doing this, we doing that. You can't come after us. How dare you criticize us when we out here saving lives? Look at little Timmy. Little Timmy ain't shit without us. All right, he wouldn't have got here. He'd be dead without us. And a lot of times they do this, right? Because they want you to back off the criticism, or they get to take the moral high ground where they can say, hey, listen, the audience, and this is who they play to the most, right? The audience can look at the two people and say, well, Fresh and Fit, they are saying that they're here to save lives. And, they've been doing content that I like, and maybe they're right, and maybe these other people over here who are just pointing out the fact that they scammed a bunch of their subs for their 100K party, right? These guys must be the real haters. I mean, the hardest thing you can convince somebody is the fact that they've been fooled. All right, that's just it. So we gonna keep doing what we're doing over here, but it seems as though there is a silver lining in this whole shebang, right? And the silver lining is, thanks to the call-in show that Fresh and Fit have been doing, all right? It's kind of a way for them to kind of rub up on reality here and get the feel or pulse of what their audience are thinking. And so far, it hasn't been good. It hasn't been good. Getting the audience's honest opinion on not only the content creators themselves, Fresh and Fit, but I mean, mainly Fresh, partially Myron, okay? They don't give Myron as much work as they give Fresh, but it is what it is, right? His lack of contribution, all right, his lack of effort, at least, when it comes to the weight loss department, right? We're looking at all this time, this guy's been losing 35 pounds for the past 3 years. I mean, who does that? Just be talking about, I'm losing weight, guys, get in the gym. Goes, does a photo op, and leaves. Like, guy has no consistency or discipline or whatsoever. But it doesn't stop them from selling you the juice, right? Now, if we haven't heard from your audience, we would have thought that a lot of these red pill fans that are following Fresh and Fit, these guys, they must be, they must be super successful. They must actually all agree with what these guys are saying. They must all be mindless drones. But it seems like it's not the case, okay? Because you see these guys getting called out for just about everything. Now, we're also seeing people clap back against the show. Yes, The show itself, people, I need you guys to understand how significant this is. The show itself, it's getting criticized, okay? And I'm talking about both the after hour show, with the one with the ladies. And to be honest, at this point, I think that's more the low hanging fruit than anything else, right? Because you can criticize that, and I mean it's obvious. That's the gimmick. That's the whole shtick, okay? You come in here, you see the boobies, you pay the money, and then everyone goes home happy. That's how it works, okay? But yes, even that, and the backup show, and I call it the backup show because we all know it's not their main draw. All right, let's just be real. Okay, their Money Monday show or whatever, Financial Tuesdays, whatever the fuck they're doing, that's not the main draw. Y'all never cared about credit or finances. When the hell y'all gonna start doing that now? Huh? Some of y'all gotta figure that shit out, okay? You came for the assets these women have to provide. We have to be real about that, okay? So even the Money Monday shows or your financial education shows, that's getting criticized too, because people are starting to realize, are these generic advice? wait a minute. Wait a goddamn minute. Have we been paying top tier dollars for generic advice from these two bozos? Matter of fact, do these two idiots even know what the fuck they're talking about, right? And that's what's happening here. We got a bunch of people who are calling in, all right? Now they're criticizing the show because the caller that calls in, right, he actually goes for the jugular, all right, which is I find fascinating. The brother sounds educated, and he still sounds like a Fresh and Fit fan. Again, there's nothing wrong with being a Fresh and Fit fan, right? There are lots of people who are Fresh and Fit fans that just watch it for the entertainment value, and that's perfectly okay. You can watch these two bozos dancing around and doing crazy shit, and you can laugh, and you can like the fact that you're laughing at them. However, once you cross that line and you start actually taking what they say and do seriously, that's where you need help. You got to detox you from these pills, okay? And that's what's going on. The audience are being detoxified, and better yet, we don't have to do it. They're doing the job for us, okay? So this particular caller sounds like an educated brother, all right? And he goes in and says, hey man, Fresh Fit, I think y'all are selling a dream. Yeah, that's what he said. He said, I think you guys are selling a dream, but not just a dream to anybody, because everybody sells a dream. Martin Luther King had a dream to sell, all right? And we bought it. We're out here right now. Speaking of which, it seems like Pearl got a problem with Martin Luther King. I don't know what's going on with that. Like all of a sudden, Pearl has embraced her full racism and now is deciding that Martin Luther King, yeah, bro, come on. He's the real reason why all this shit's happening right now. Now, listen, did Martin Luther King have some faults? Yeah, he absolutely had some faults. But you sit there and try to clown a man for trying. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy, Pearl. And we might have to revisit that. But anyways, okay, MLK had a dream. Everybody got a dream. All right, they got a dream to tell you. They got a dream to sell you. All right, to let you know, to buy into whatever the shit they got going on. All right, and this particular caller realized the dream that Fresh and Fit were selling. In fact, it turns out that they realized the more he processes this, he realizes that he probably has been bamboozled. Not only him, but a whole lot of people who have been watching Fresh and Fit, they likely have also been bamboozled, right? Because they start to realize that, hey, if everybody's high value and you're selling a course to be high value, and then who ends up being high value? Doesn't that make us all average? It's like, yo, chat, this is the question we've been asking for a long time. Wait a minute. If everyone is something, then no one is anything, right? If everybody is high value, then nobody's high value because you're all at the same spot, right? Think about it. These guys talk about making six figures, banging women, doing all this, and they can package it up in a tiny little course and give it to you. And this particular course they're giving you in the hand right now, this course right here is supposed to save your life. If you're struggling with women, ding, you got a magic box for that. Okay? If you're struggling with building muscles, ding, you got a magic box for that. If you got to struggle with all sorts of other type of things, your finances, ding, 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 there's a magic box for it, right? So they're basically packaged all this stuff in a magic little box. They call it high value, and they say, hey, come buy this, and you could be just like us, right? And they've been peddling this kind of crap for a long time to a lot of people. A lot of people being young men, right? These are the same people that are saying, oh, we're saving their lives. So what? Whatever, right? Who cares, right? They're peddling their dream. Now, people are starting to realize because there are obvious questions to be asked. Okay. And it honestly comes down to just critically thinking. You do one modicum of critical thinking, you start to realize there are a lot of faults in their talking points. And on top of that, once you start to realize that little bit, it exposes you to so much more, because what ends up happening is you start looking at the overall structure of the show, you start looking at the show dynamics, you start looking at how they operate the show, and all and on and on. And once you start noticing is a weird orchestration, almost like this stuff was planned, kind of like an agenda. Some of y'all may be familiar with it. You can call it a matrix if you want. You're welcome. But that's essentially what it is. The fanboys of Fresh and Fit are finally starting to realize that these bozos are putting them in a matrix. And not only that, they are selling them a pipe dream that actually doesn't make any sense once it hits up with reality. Now, I got a couple different theories, and we could talk about it as we get on with the show here, all right? But we're going to talk about one of the theories right now because I think it's very pressing, right? Listen, this is YouTube, okay? And you grow with your audience, okay? Now, if Fresh and Fit audience are just a bunch of 12-year-olds all the way up to 15 and maybe some 30-year-olds who forgot to grow up, right? If you got that, guys, those group of people going on, eventually they grow out of the phase. They have to get out of that phase. And before you know it, when that frontal cortex start to fully develop, and after the 25, they start to realize, hey, wait a minute. This stuff doesn't work for me. This stuff doesn't work for me. And one of two things happens. One, they confront you. Two, they leave. And when they leave, sometimes you don't even know where they leave, right? Other times, you know when they leave because they confront you and they don't like being confronted, Fresh and Fit. So then they end up leaving because of that, all right? But that's what we're starting to see now. Now, does this mean that it's going to be a massive avalanche of people who are going to be just outright done with the Fresh and Fit platform, coming soon? Yeah, actually, I think so. I maybe not as massive of a wave, all right, but I think there's going to be a significant amount of people who are going to be increasingly disillusioned with the Fresh and Fit podcast, all right, especially as time goes on, because you're going to grow out of it at some point. And if you're dumb enough to try what they're saying in public, okay, you probably realize it never worked for you. So you're going back to the real world. And for those of you guys who are now coming to that realization, allow me to be the first one to welcome you to reality. Chat, let's go ahead and spam the W for them, because these guys, y'all really need to hear this, okay? These are your people speaking out against the real matrix, and they're calling it out, and this is what we want to see, okay? So you're going to start seeing way more of this happening. I mean, matter of fact, I might even do a series where I share some of the comments and stuff that y'all have put up. Some of y'all former Fresh and Fit fans, we'll share those comments. We can put it up there and say, hey, this is what y'all really think about them. Because some of y'all make sense. Y'all say, hey, listen, I'm tired. This stuff is whack to me, bro. This is for kids. This is clown show stuff. Duke, you were right. It is what it is. Now, part of me doesn't want to do it because, again, I think private messages stay private. But some of y'all, I'll reach out to y'all and we'll see if that's a possibility, and we'll share that on occasion, right? But I still think it's important for people to know that people are leaving the Red Pill stuff, right? That some of y'all ask, Duke, why do you do this stuff? Why do you cover these people, right? It's because behind the scenes, people are leaving this shit. That's why. People are done with it. They're getting disillusioned. Every single day we talk about them. Every single day we do stuff like that. And there's way more, right? There are even subset universes, right? Even Kevin Samuels, for instance, has a mini-me, all right? Not sponsored by Kevin Samuels, by the way, but this guy is a discount Walmart brand going around here doing these crazy things. You got another discount Myron out here doing crazy shit. These guys are inspiring a generation of podcast bros that are out here just running amok, and it must be stopped. But the good news is, listen, we're kind of getting close. So that's it is what it is. So let's go ahead and get into the video of a caller basically exposing Fresh and Fit for selling their audience a pipe dream. But before we get into that show, guys, we got to go ahead and address the sponsor of today's show, okay? That is the YouTube like button, okay? The YouTube like, subscribe, and go ahead and hit the bell notification button. That is the best way to sponsor the show. But realistically, just the likes. That's all it is, right? Guys, you guys could be anywhere in the world right now. Some of you guys are anywhere and everywhere in the world right now, choosing to spend time with Duke the Don. That I listen. I appreciate that because there's literally thousands, millions, billions of content you could be preoccupied with right now, but you guys are here with Duke the Don. All right, and I appreciate that. That's amazing. I keep telling you guys all the time. I really mean that, right? You guys, every day I'm shocked. Like, what y'all here? I appreciate it. So I do not take that for granted. So please make the most out of your time. If you like the show, go ahead and sponsor it. And the easiest way to do it is hit the like button. All right. I appreciate y'all. Let's get to the show. All right. Here's what we got. We're about to get into the intro. Callers just calling in. Let's get it, chat.
So I don't really got beef, but I just got like some criticism for y'all.
Go ahead.
At that. So I've been watching the show since, I want to say the beginning, since like when Kevin Samuels called in, and you guys blew up afterwards. So
rest in peace.
You know, I've been watching for a while, and I think the show is helpful for average men at like the first phase of the red pill, right? So they could get aware of everything and know how women behave. But I think there's a few phases of the red pill that you guys aren't able to actually talk about, right? So people like, let's say, Scott Galloway or Jordan Peterson, they're a little bit better at actually explaining the whole issue, whereas you guys only really focus on like the first part where you're just meeting the girl.
Pay attention to that. This guy clearly has been watching them, and he says it. He said it himself. Hey, listen, I've been watching y'all since Kevin Samuels, and when Kevin Samuels on the show was with that one lady when she walked off the show, and that was a couple years ago, right? And when they were up on their up and up, and he stuck with them ever since. And ever since he stuck with them, he started to notice certain things because there's a shit ton of red pill content creators out there, right? They don't even realize they're red pill. I call them manosphere adjacent, right? These guys, they create the same content. Matter of fact, anybody that you've seen on a Fresh and Fit podcast collab, whether it's Brandon, what's that? Brandon Carter, that clown, all right? All these people, okay, they're in the adjacent space now, okay? There's a whole reason why they're there. It is what it is, okay? But he's calling it out. He's saying, listen, we look at all these other red pill people out here. Now, I'm not saying they're doing the exact same thing Fresh and Fit does, but they talk about similar red pill issues without the flash. All right. They don't have the girls. They don't have the abrasive talking points. Okay. They don't have the little antics and gimmicks and little nickel and diming these bozos do. Right. They don't have any of that. It's just them, the word, reputation, and their shitty talking points, right? Even though they're bad, because boy, are they bad. Okay. They're not as salacious as a Fresh and Fit show, right? And what he's noticing now between those red pill content creators and these guys is y'all just focus on the women part, right? The dating part, right? Just the hey, let me meet you, let me get you in bed type part is what they're focusing on. And what he's realizing is, this probably isn't the end all be all to that. Yeah. Teach me all the stuff you want to teach me about getting the woman's pants. Congratulations. Now what am I to do with it? I can get in thousands of women's pants, but is that fulfilling? Is that really what we want? Whatever Jordan Peterson is saying over here, that makes more sense than what you guys got going on. And that's essentially what he's saying, right? Now, you can see the worried look on Myron's face as he's looking over at Fresh, all right, as Fresh tries to hide his gut with his arms. And he's saying, bro, what do we need to do about this guy? We about to roast this guy? Because I feel like we about to get roasted, bro. Yo, this is what's happening. Moody with the 5. Shout out to you. Moody says, the fans know they're all average Joes, but they're living vicariously through them. It's just fantasy like Power Rangers when we were 5. Facts. Or Spider-Man, right? You know, as a kid, when you first watched the Spider-Man movie, I'm talking about the Sam Raimi, the original Spider-Man movie, all right? When you first watch it and you see Tobey Maguire gets bit by a spider, right? How many of y'all can raise your hand and say, hey, you know what? I tried to go find me a spider around my house when I saw that movie. I would. I'm that dumbass that would do it, right? Again, I was a kid. I was a kid. I was very impressionable. I thought you get bit by a spider, you become Spider-Man. Now, the older I get, I realize, I can swallow that pill all I want. If I get bit by a spider, the only thing I'm getting is a trip to the hospital. That's it. There's nothing else, all right? Same thing with these pill poppers. I feel like what irks me the most, right, is the fact that a lot of these guys, you know for a fact they broke. You know for a fact they broke. But when they call in, all of them are 6-figure earners. Yeah, for some reason, they're all six-figure, high-value earners. Doesn't that make sense? You're like, you're a high-value man. You're already making money. And this is according to their standards, by the way. You're making money. You're already somehow decent with the ladies, right? You got things in the bag. What more could these bozos teach you, right? You listen to these guys that need you to get rich. What can they teach you, right? And it's just one of those things you got to really pay attention to. Let's continue. Shout out to Muad'Dib.
So here's what I mean by this. I think this show is ultimately exploiting desperate men.
He said
right?
it.
I think the biggest example of this is you guys selling the idea of becoming a high value man, right? So let's say, right, you reach the age of 35 and you work hard and you make $100,000 a year as you slept with 50 women, all of that, and it doesn't necessarily mean you get to actually pick. You have the pick of the litter. You get to choose any type of woman you want, right? Because the thing is, most men won't reach that, right? The average man won't become a high value man. Otherwise, they won't be high value anymore.
Boom! That is such an obvious point. You guys are selling the pipe dream on how to build high value. Everybody becomes high value. Then who's average now? Now the high value becomes the new average. And then all you guys do come out and peddle the next thing. Instead of 6 figures, did we say that? No. You got to be 7 figures to be high value. Go buy this course over here and it'll teach you how to make 7 figures. They just move the goalpost. All right. So it makes sense. You're selling a pipe dream because most men cannot aspire to that. And that's true. And it's kind of like what Muad'Dib said in this last super chat, right? Muad'Dib said these guys live vicariously through these people. And that's true. Right? You're selling a dream. Bro, a lot of these guys, the one thing Fresh and Fit know, and this is the crazy thing, because if you've ever worked in sales, this is one thing you got to understand happens, right? The thing that happens in sales is certain times, especially, in certain things, right? You know for a fact that, especially if this MLM type of sales, a lot of times the background is they know that a lot of these things that people they're selling people actually don't really need it. So it's their job to convince those people that they actually need this particular product. So what is the thing they do, right? Kind of like they throw FOMO at you, right? The fear of missing out, right? The being left out, being the oddball, being the nerd, being the uncool one, right? If you don't buy this course, you got everybody over here partying and getting bitches, and you're the only one who's not cool. So it gets these young guys, because that's how when we say y'all are filled with insecurity, pay attention. This is what I mean right here, all right? Your insecurities get triggered when you see this bozo with women. You see this bozo with fancy cars. You see this bozo brag about his 19 real estate properties. You're saying, oh, God, these people are doing it. I need to do it like they're doing it. Turns out, bro, they need you more than anything else. They need you more than anything else. But more than anything else, they need you to buy their bullshit. Okay, you have to buy the bullshit. That's how the dream stays alive. Yo, Sean with the $2 super chat. Shout out to Sean. Always supporting the show. I appreciate it, Sean. Appreciate you. We got Al Fisher with the 2. Appreciate you. Al says we should call them fresh and fruity. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, fruity fresh, bro. Yo, funky fruity fresh, dog. We gotta. Hey, listen, y'all know they got what's that guy's name? Discount Terrence Howard. I actually almost always forget his name, but I call him Discount Terrence Howard because he looks like the Wish.com version of Terrence Howard. So I mean, they should throw him in the mix too. FFT, bro. Dev with the 5, shout out to you. Dev says the vast majority of people are average, but valuable to the population, like teacher or the garbage collector. Don't forget the plumber, electrician, right? F&F would call this a failure. Yeah, they will call you lame, right? Is this double speak that you hear from these guys all the time. It's always a double speak. On one end, they want to say they glorify blue-collar workers. And the reason why they say that is because typically the women they deal with, okay, the women they deal with don't value blue-collar work, right? Because to them, some of these women, they think, oh, yeah, 6 figures, you're either scamming or you're some kind of entrepreneur. What does that mean? I don't know, but he's an entrepreneur. He's doing something that's making money, and it just falls from the trees, right? That's how these girls they bring on a show. This is how they think, right? And subsequently, probably the women you'll meet out there when you travel to Miami, they're probably looking for the materials, right? But that's the thing. So you get these women who are programmed to think that wealth just falls off of trees and the average man makes six figures. They don't understand. So what they use these women to do is to then fill the heads of a bunch of these young men to get them to believe that these women are the representation of all women out there, and they're expecting you as a man to make six figures. They're expecting you as a man to do this and do that, right? And on the second that it just double-edged blade is that they demonize it, right? Because when Fresh and Fit, they want to look cool. No. All of a sudden, being a plumber, they won't say it outright because it'd be kind of weird on a platform. But you could tell in the way they say things, right? In the way they have these conversations with these women, they know for a fact it's not something valuable, right? They, even the way they talk about it when they're asking these women questions. Oh, what if it was an electrician or this and that, right? They say these things, but you can tell the undertone is, yeah, we know it's not valuable. I mean, six figures like us, we're business owners, we're investors, we're real estate owners. Look at my yours, my land barrel. Like, look at all this stuff, right? That's the image they're selling, not realizing that the vast majority of us, bro, we're average. we're in the $40,000 to $60,000 range. That is what it is, right? And they're perfectly good women who are gorgeous, who would love to sleep with us at that income range without having to require all these other nonsense. The problem is a bunch of these young men, they haven't realized that yet. And the reason is because they haven't lived.
That's the whole reason why it's high value, right? So I think you guys make prescriptions that actually isn't helpful to most men, right? And I think the reason why, like, people show up and, watch this shit is because you guys are just basically just yelling at stupid fucking bitches, and they love it, right? That's they live for that. But here's the thing.
Look at Myron's face. He broke it down. Basically, bro, all I see is y'all yelling at some bitches. That's it. Compared to Jordan Peterson, that's all y'all niggas do.
Don't get bitches themselves, right? They live in red pill rage that they can't fucking get out of because they're stuck in that phase one, right? They don't know how to actually become high value men. And the thing is, if you're just a teacher, right, that's a noble job, right? Being a teacher,
right.
Teaching the kids and actually becoming somebody that contributes to society in a helpful way. To me, that's
all right, summarize your point, man.
Right?
Whoa! He was getting to the teacher part. I mean, he's only 2 minutes in. Relax, Myron. Jeez. And he's absolutely right. Teachers are valuable. But we don't consider that valuable here in the red pill or the internet space, because if you're not making money to some funky online means that you can't really explain, like drop shipping or some of these other affiliate marketing things, well, you're not cool. All right, making money in the real world. What? Oh my God, no. It's all on social media. Just buy my course. I'll show you how to make 10 figures in a month. You won't believe it, right? That's what it is, and he is so right. Don't get him to wrap it up, because we should be encouraging young men, especially if this is a space for young men. We should encourage them to pursue excellence. Okay, it doesn't mean success in what you terms of money and all this. I'm talking about excellence, right? In their communities, excellence in their field, and their field can be whatever the field is, and not the internet stuff. I'm talking about whatever in the real world, right? If you want to talk about blue collar, let's go ahead and build something with that, right? If we're going to talk about any other field, if you want to, even entrepreneurship, right? A lot of these guys, their idea of being an entrepreneur is starting some business or starting some affiliate link and then running with that, right? That's not the case. Being an entrepreneur at the end of the day is being a problem solver, okay? These guys aren't going to teach you the skills to be an entrepreneur because they're not problem solvers. And here's the thing, to be an entrepreneur, not only to be a problem solver, but you have to solve problems that have to do with a lot of people, including yourself, right? So a lot of people don't get that. They think, oh, I'm just going to start this business over here, or I'm going to launch this affiliate program over here, or drop shipping. And, Andrew Tate promised I'm going to get 10 bands in a month, right? He promised me. That's not how that works. You have to discover a problem, all right? And then when you figure out a solution to that problem, if other people have that same problem, they will gladly trade the money in their wallets for your solution. It's that simple, okay? There are millions of ways men can influence the world, even being a teacher. Do you know how awesome it is to educate the next generation? They already complain about how hard it is for the kids to listen nowadays. You want to know why? because there are not enough men in teaching positions. Maybe if that was the case, if y'all encourage men to get into teaching instead of devaluing teachers, maybe more men would go out there and do that. Maybe we would have something going on. I don't know. It might not change. I don't know. I'm just speculating here. But still, right? Firefighters, plumbing, electrician, all these things are well and good, and they are well in demand. Allison Leal, shout out to you for the super chat. Allison says, hi, Duke. Hi, chat. Let's get them likes up. Yo, Allison just shouted out the chat. Y'all already know what that is. If y'all get shouted out, we got to get that W in the chat. So let's get that W for Allison because she's shouting out the chat. What's good, Allison? Welcome to the show. I appreciate you being here.
On and on now. Well, what is the specific point of contention that you have here? You made a bunch of them all over the place, but it's not really organized.
Okay, so I think this show has become stale. And it's a cesspool of degeneracy.
Oh, wow.
I think there's better creators out there, right?
Like who?
I think Scott Galloway is a good one. Michael Sartain is a good one, right? Because Michael Sartain, he basically explains the issues just like you guys do, but he doesn't give prescriptions. He just explains the problem in the numbers.
I think Marco Sartain does a little too much explaining. That debate with him, Rolo, and Destiny wasn't supposed to go down with him. He just talked himself out of the debate. It was crazy, right? The whole debate, we didn't know what was going on. Mike Sartain just sat there. Let me explain this to you. This is how that works. And and Rolo just sat there quiet. We didn't even know what the fuck Rolo thought about what a high value man meant because Mike Sartain had to go ahead and talk his way into it. Now, am I saying he's a bad guy? No, I'm not saying that. Am I saying he doesn't make sense? No, I don't think he doesn't make sense. I actually think he makes sense. I just think he drags on and distracts from the point, right? So again, but he's right. That's his preference. Mike Sartain, he's listening off of other people, and you can tell Fresh and Fit, they don't like that. You can't list off a competition to their faces like that. That is unacceptable. All right, you're gonna say Mike Sartain. What's next? You're going to say Brian from whatever podcast runs a better show than we, right? That's the face Myron's giving right now. And Fresh is looking at him like, bruh, this nigga just mentioned Mike Sartain. That was crazy.
Right?
So
right,
what's better, to give a problem? Hold on. So look.
Prescriptions to get money out of men, right? You get prescriptions to get money out of men. That's why you have fucking lanes like fucking Brennan Carter and fucking Money Derrickberg, whatever his name is. He talks shit about men to try to get them.
Derek Moneyberg is a fucking loser. He's the one that's suing Spencer Cornelia. Shout out to Spencer Cornelia, by the way. I appreciate him.
To purchase courses and shit. You do the same thing. Right?
Let me ask you a question real fast. Okay, so let me ask you this. So you're saying that they identify the problem just like we do, but you're saying that our prescriptions aren't good? Is that what you're trying to say? Because you're saying Mike doesn't give prescriptions.
It's not applicable to most men.
Okay, but here's the thing though, dude. Like, if you identify a problem, I think it's good to give a solution, correct? And we give a couple different solutions. Yeah.
But he's saying to most men, your solutions don't apply, right? And like, if one group of people, like a small group of people is having an issue, right? Let's say they can't get their phones to work, right? And the rest of the people within your plan can get their phones to work. Okay, yeah, that's still a problem. But for you to give a prescription for everybody instead of just those few, okay, that doesn't make any sense. And that's what you guys do. You guys have this way of saying things where you're prescribing things to a lot of the men out there. You're generalizing it. I mean, that's where he get that idea from. You generalize a lot, okay? So when they look at that generalization, they're saying, okay, there may be a specific group of men who are having this specific type of issue, but when you generalize it to all men, this is where we have to ask questions, right? And again, men are not a monolith. I'm a man, and the caller's a man, and you guys in the chat, some of you guys are men, right? You got men and women. We got men all over the place, right? So they don't think the same as you do. So if they're having problems, your prescription isn't going to work for them. Okay, so that's what he's saying. So you say, oh, well, I mean, wouldn't it be better just give a solution anyways? Yeah, no one's saying that, but you need to be specific on who and what type of solution you're giving, which you don't. Myron never gets specific. He makes it seem like he's helping all men or his advice for all men, right? And you even listen when he gets canceled. Oh, when they cancel us because we're trying to save you guys. No. You're trying to save your wallet, son. Just don't get that twisted.
We talk about going to the gym. We talk about getting money. We talk about starting a business. We talk about you don't want to start a business. You can go ahead and here's how to get a job application and a resume. You want to get into law enforcement. This is how you do it. Like, we give different solutions for similar problems. So You're criticizing us for giving solutions. I'm kind of confused by that because you're saying, oh, well, Michael Retainer identifies the same problems you guys do, but he doesn't give solutions.
Aren't actually applicable to most men. The solutions that you give aren't applicable to most men.
Starting a business?
A very small set of men that could actually become high value. Most men are.
Yes, Myron, that also includes starting a business. Not all men are cut out to run businesses. Not every man out there is cut out to be an entrepreneur. I'm serious. Some people, they fit well within a corporate institution or infrastructure, okay? But y'all would call that the matrix, right? Getting a job is considered the matrix. Okay, I guess. But that's what we're saying. Not everybody's cut out to be a businessman. All right, because it's tough work being a businessman. All right, there's no overhead. It's you. You got any problem, you got to go through you. Nobody else but you. So meaning, if you don't have it together, you will fall. That's why 95% of businesses fail every 3 years. It happens. Because not everybody is cut out. So you can prescribe this mass idea saying, hey, you know what? Start a business, man. If you're broke, here, we'll teach you how to start a business. Sure, you can teach anybody how to fish. Can you teach somebody to be disciplined? Can you teach somebody to be consistent? No, they kind of have to pick that up on their own, right? You can lead a horse to water all day long, you beat discipline into it, but if that horse wants to go wild one day, it's going to go wild. Ain't shit you can do about it, right? So again, you say, oh, well, just start a business. How is that not a prescription for everyone? Because some people are not cut out for that. And when they start it and fail, they will blame themselves rather than realizing something about themselves, which is, hey, maybe I'm not cut out to be an entrepreneur. Maybe I am cut out to work in this institution, maybe as a banker or some kind of something, right? I can do something, right? I can work for an institution. Maybe I don't have to start a business, right? So again, he's got a point there.
A very small set of men that could actually become high value. Most men are average. Even Sneeko said this, bro. Sneeko said this on the show. Most men are average. They're not actually going to become high value men, bro. You're selling a dream. You don't have the remedy for societal issue. This is a societal issue that you're not equipped to actually give actual prescriptions out. Right? Let's be honest.
So you have hold on, bro. Look. Hold on, yo, you spoke, bro. Man. You spoke. You spoke, dude. You spoke.
Yo, shout out to Super Herrera for becoming a YouTube member. Let's get the dubs in the chat for Super Herrera.
Go ahead.
Let me actually address what the hell you're saying because you keep talking and it doesn't make sense. Look, yes, there's problems. Is every guy going to become high value? Is every guy going to take the advice and become that better man? No, of course not. But if we can help guys make incremental changes and improve their life, because if you apply some of the shit that we teach, you might not necessarily become a six-figure earner, but there's a bunch of people that landed a job that gets them 70, 80, maybe 100K a year. There's a bunch of guys that improve their credit score. There's a bunch of guys that were able to get framed back in their relationship. Are they going to be able to apply every single thing that we teach and become high value? Maybe not.
How can you prove that, by the way? I want to know how, because you say, hey, there's a bunch of guys who are making six figures, a bunch of guys who are doing this and improving their life. And how can we quantify that? Can we is there data somewhere we can look at to say, okay, this many people earned a six-figure earning? You know how like colleges do it when you're about to select a program, all right, and they'll say, oh, this is how many people got a job after they enrolled in this program, right? So you gotta see, hey, maybe this is my future job prospect when I graduate here, right? It's the same thing. If we go ahead and buy a Fresh and Fit course, all right, how do I know it's going to work out? What are the percentages here? Are we just going on, trust me, bro? Yeah, it'll work. Trust me. Just buy it, right? You'll find out, right? You can't quantify that. How can you?
Not. But if they apply some of the stuff we teach, they'll get their way there. Okay? So, I mean, I get what you're saying. Like, yo, like, I don't agree with your solution. So what? You want us to, you're using like Mike, for example, where Mike says what the problems are, but doesn't give subscription. You think that's the actual better solution? I think the best thing to do is identify the problem and come up with multiple solutions that people can use in their situation.
The solutions aren't applicable to most men.
That's facts. And listen, Myron didn't say anything wrong here, but what Myron doesn't understand is him saying this and what he does on a show are two completely different things. He does not specify. And if you don't believe me, go watch his show. He never specifies. He always generalizes when it comes to men. But when it comes to women, no, ain't no generalization for them. We're going to get specific in your life, bitch. All right, if you don't answer the question the way I want you to answer the question, Frank Castle's coming out. That's literally how they work. Am I lying to y'all? Go check out the show. That's how they work. So we generalize for men. And then for women, we put a different rules where we restrict everything. So men we know can be everywhere, but women, they can't. So the thing is, if you're going to generalize for men, this is the confusion that is causing them. You have to also be honest when you're generalizing and saying, you guys, some of you guys will not make it. It's kind of like when you advertise for pharmaceuticals, right? And then at the end of the advertisement, they speed up the health risk, right? All the health risk and side effects you can get is sped up at the end, right? Because they know they legally got to do it. Because think about it. Can you imagine a world if pharmaceutical companies were not honest about the drugs they sold, right? They didn't tell you about the side effects or anything like that. Yeah, we'd have the problem we're having right now in the red pill with you bozos. You're prescribing problems out there to multiple people, but you're not getting specifics on who should be taking those prescriptions. You're generalizing. Henceforth, you're getting all these men to buy in.
That's the issue.
Caller, you know what?
Here we go.
Great assumption. What is your solution for men?
Oh, here we go.
It's not an assumption. There's people who are better educated than you.
No.
About this
Again,
issue.
what is
one of them? Your
solution for men? Since you're so qualified, you tell us.
Don't get me wrong.
No. Ask a question, caller. Okay. What is your solution for men?
I don't have a solution.
Oh, you don't have one.
I'm just like,
well, how about
neither do
you? Okay, in your opinion, but that's your opinion. We're giving free value to men that want advice. Now, ultimately, you may not like the advice yourself, but that's fine. If you don't like it, bro, you can go out something else.
He just called Fresh a scam artist. He just called Fresh a scam artist, bro. Yo, that's wild.
So you being a bum, bro, giving your qualified advice makes no sense.
And here's the other thing too, dude. Like you're saying,
you
like
was the bum on Instagram trying to act like you own fucking shit that you rent. You own cars that you rent.
What did I rent? No, caller. Let's break this down. What did I rent?
We're not gonna talk about it because it's not that episode. But bro, them Urises were all leased, dog. They were all leased, dog. What are we talking about? Bro? Let's stop. Yeah, Mario's renting that crib y'all are doing the studio in right now. It's all rent, okay? All that stuff, bro. Stop it. And even them photos what you have with the Rolls Royce and the fake jet, pretending to be a 21-year-old rapper. We know you, Fresh. You pay for all this shit, okay? You faked your way to the top. There's no one else who did it better than you did.
Be the person who he says he is.
What did I rent?
I'm talking to Myron. I'm not.
No. You made a comment about me. So talking to you,
talk to your audience.
What did I rent? No.
He doesn't own his Lambos. He doesn't own not one of them, bro. That's a different episode. But he don't own nothing, dog.
No. Again,
you guys are not helping.
Caller,
them.
What
You're
did I rent?
Exploiting them. You are exploiting them.
What did I rent?
Let's be honest.
No. You made a statement. What did I rent on my Instagram page?
Come on, bro.
See, you can't even ask any question because you're just talking to talk. You have no facts. You have nothing on me at all. So what did I rent?
You're not even.
What did I rent?
Not even half of the show. My rent carries the whole show.
What did I rent?
Shut up. I'm not talking to you.
Exactly.
I'm not talking.
You're saying stuff with no any foundation to back it up. You can't even.
Here's the thing, because you're saying he's saying stuff without any foundation to back it up. But the foundation to back it up is your channel, because you go to your catalog of videos and you're exposed right there. But here's the thing, right? This is where Fresh is trying to jump down the throat on, because the man honestly said, "Hey, listen, I don't have the end all be all solution for all men out there." Okay, and that's pretty honest. What's not honest is pretending that you have the solution for men out there and then packaging it up to sell it. That's not honest, right? And that's what you guys do. You pretend to know the solution, even if you don't know. You prescribe something that is completely factless and it can be disproven like that, right? You prescribe that, you put it in a little box, even though you don't know the answer. You put it in a little box and you sell it. That's a problem, okay? Because it's less honest than a man right here saying, "Hey, you know what? I just don't know. I don't know what the solutions are." It's a tough situation. And anyone who claims they know the exact solution to solve it, I myself would say the same thing. I don't know it. I don't know the solution to solve all of this, right? What would be ignorant of me is to come out here and say, "I know for a fact that you young men, if you start a business, it's going to make your life better." No, that's dumb, because I know most people aren't cut out for that life. They're not cut out for it. Okay. So again, it's just you coming at him because he says, "I don't know." That's kind of it's a little hanging fruit, but whatever. We'll give it to Fresh. He's got to have he's got to have one of them days, bro. Ana Rodriguez with the 5. Shout out to you. Says, even as a girl, objectively, anyone can see their advice legitimately is ineffective, mediocre, unimpressive, and dull. Always has been. Men, get your money back. Facts. Get your shit back. Y'all have been scammed. Y'all been scammed for 3 years, and it started with the 100K party and the fact Fresh lied about having a threesome at an NBA party. Just saying.
Answer 2 questions. So your opinion is relevant, bro.
Mine, bro. I'm not talking to you.
Because you can't. You're not on my level. Yo, bro. You're telling me. No. What did I rent? Exactly, nothing. So
bro, you rent cars. You
no. Okay, hold on. What car did I rent?
Hey, you notice now he want to get specific, bro. We know you rented cars. Stop it, dude. We know you welted car. Listen, Walter Weeks. We know you rented cars, okay? So you trying to get the specifics of, what car did I rent? This is how they try to get one up on you, right? Because when remember, like Saint the Center with MLD, Mr. Endure. Y'all remember that when MLD was trying to call out Sus Marquardt on his crypto scam, right? But couldn't really articulate or really understand how the scam really worked. He knows there was a scam there. We all know there was a scam there. Even Sus Marquardt knew there was a scam there. However, the way Sus Marquardt would try to prove his innocence to the audience that were listening at the time was to try to get MLD, who wasn't familiar with the scam, to try to explain the details of it. See, the devil is in the details, and that's what these bozos will try to drag you into. All right, you say I rented cars. You notice he's not denying that. You notice he's not denying that. But what he wants to bring you into is right into the details, where if you can guess wrong the car he rented, well, guess what? Now he's going to call you a bum. Now he's going to call you a pocket watcher. Now he's going to call you a hater because you got that wrong, completely neglecting the fact that he actually does rent. He rent. They all do. It is what it is. And again, there's nothing wrong with renting. I just feel like for some reason, a lot of these guys who try to fake rich think that, renting is some kind of like negative thing, which is like, okay, whatever. But
on my page. No.
Like cool
again, caller. Caller, you're talking. I'm asking you a question. What car did I rent on my page? Exactly, nothing.
Bro,
all right, let's move on, bro.
Listen,
you have nothing,
right.
bro.
No, because he's making some pretty.
I have one thing I have to say before I leave.
No, because you were saying that we exploit men. Let me ask you this, because that's obviously a very serious accusation. You're saying we exploit men.
What?
You do. Let's be honest.
How do we exploit them specifically?
Okay, so people like you, Brennan Carter, Derek Moneyberg, they come on here, especially, I can't believe you let those lanes come on there and talk shit about men to try to be, you should become high value, buy my course. Are you like, come on, bro.
Scammers promote other scammers. If you're in a gutter with snakes, you're getting beaten, bro.
Men, and let's be honest, this show is not educational. It's sensationalized. And you're exploiting men because they want to become high value. And they never actually become high value, which is okay. Average men exist, right? The issue is much bigger than just the fucking whores in Miami or whoever. I know you're going to say, we bring a PhD and it's fine, whatever. But the sample size that you have is not actual.
All right, let me go back to your first.
Hold on. Before Myron responds to that, this guy is very matter of fact. I love this. Is the most out of the people that call in and they start screaming back and forth, right? This is actually pretty educated. You can tell he's breaking it down to a science. He's like, you guys are just sensationalized, bro. It's all sensationalism. There's really no meat here, okay? There's nothing educational about that. And I know that's hitting Myron real hard in the chest because they like to hide behind their Money Mondays, hide behind their Credit Tuesdays, Financial Wednesdays, right? They want to hide behind all this stuff. But the fact of the matter is, no one cares about that. At least no one in your audience. They come for the boobies and the OnlyFans thoughts. That's it.
Thing, because now you're going on another thing. So you said that we exploit men by bringing on guests like Brandon Carter and Moneyberg specifically. You do understand that no one's putting a gun to your head. Yo, let me address your point, man. Like, are you calling in to actually have a discussion or you just want to talk? Because you're making very serious accusations. So I need to make sure that we address this properly. Okay? You're saying that we exploit men by bringing on guests like Brandon Carter and Moneyberg. See, so here's the thing. They come in, they provide free value, and they offer a service where it's a course. No, does anyone put a gun to your head and say you have to buy the course?
No.
Bro, then why introduce scammers? That is so dumb. That don't make any sense. It's like, Derek Moneyberg. Listen, I got to be careful around Derek because he'll actually try to sue you because he's suing Spencer. So I be careful. we got to be careful around that. But once the conclusion of this lawsuit, we can see what was clearly going on there. It's obvious that Derek Moneyberg is not a honest person. The guy he's scammed a bunch of people. He scammed a bunch of people, right? This guy is not a normal person. Brandon Carter is a social media marketer professionally, bro. Okay, he's a number one scammer out there, bro. This guy sells one of those fitness courses that teaches you, instead of getting fit, it teaches you how to sell fitness courses to other people. That's it. Instead of a fitness course teaching you how to even start a fitness business, the actual business that he's selling is how to market the business. Okay, I don't think y'all understand what I'm saying here. They don't sell value at all. So if Brandon Carter is coming out here and saying, "Hey, you want to know how I made 6 figures with the weightlifts and the gym and whatnot? Buy this course. It's gonna show you how to make as much money as I did. Working out, getting new clients. Right? That's how they get you 10x your client sales. Yeah, we got the 10x. Who's that? Who came up with that? Grant Cardone. Yeah, we got 10x the client sales. Right? And then you buy the course, and the course is basically an MLM. All right, because they're not teaching you details on how to start a fitness business and run it successfully. That's not what the course entails. The course actually entails you selling the marketing aspect of the business to other suckers who are willing to buy into that. When they buy it, there's no lessons on how to run a business properly, okay? They're not even how to start an LLC or do any of that. It's just, hey, this is how you market using ClickFunnels to other jokers who are going to buy into it. It's an MLM. The products is you. It is what it is. CD with the 20. Shout out to you. CD says, what's with this presentation? Starting a business equates to success. The overwhelming majority of business will never come close to being Microsoft. And small business has been down the past 40 years now. And that's because of big business. Big business, as they get bigger, they form in America what we call a monopoly, okay? When they start to really put a stranglehold on lots of other smaller businesses. So the freedom of choice you once had before with the mom and pop shops competing, that doesn't work anymore. And I think the COVID thing kind of wiped. I mean, if the small business weren't already in trouble before, they're in trouble now because that whole thing they're wiped out because of that. So yeah, you're absolutely right. It's hard to compete as a small business, right? Again, this is why we need to start encouraging people to understand that working within a system is not a bad idea, right? Corporates are everywhere. You can't get away from that. Some of y'all can't even find a job. Some of y'all trying to be high value to start a business. You need to learn how to move within an infrastructure first before you even decide to jump out in the water, middle of the water, and swim. You got to learn the ropes. Okay, a lot of people don't do that. That's why they fail. Okay, a lot of successful business owners, they typically, especially entrepreneurs, they typically stay in that profession for a long time, okay? But until like they're in the mid-30s or early 40s, and then they decide, you know what, I've had enough. We're starting a business elsewhere. All right, that's typically how it works. But a lot of times, I think the internet has gotten a lot of people brainwashed to think that, yeah, you could be young, 21, 25, and you can make millions of dollars starting this company. It's not true. It happens, but to a small minority of people, okay? Very, very small. Matter of fact, that's equivalent to winning the lottery in some cases, right? Not saying that these people didn't work hard, but there are plenty of people who worked hard, just as hard as they did, but didn't make it because we don't hear about them.
Now, you don't have to buy the course. You could get a bunch of free value. As a matter of fact, the reason why I have such a point of contention with what you're saying is because we go out of our way to provide free value. We don't sell courses like that. We focus on giving you guys as much free value as we can. The credit card episodes, how to get in shape. I've done entire seminars on fitness and building a muscle mass, eating correct.
Yet Fresh can't find the fucking 30 pounds to lose. You've been teaching all these courses and training on weight loss. Why can't your plan B partner over here on the B mic, why can't he lose them 30 pounds he's been pretending to lose for 3 years? Mr. I'm fit. I help people get fit. You can't even help your coworker get fit. How you gonna help me? What the fuck is this guy talking about?
Correctly control, counting your macros. I've done all this stuff for absolutely free. Okay, if you implement all this stuff, which is out there for free, you can absolutely improve yourself and get your way to becoming a high value guy. So does that mean that every single person is going to become high value? No, but if they implement some of this stuff, they'll become better than they were, and that's the point, is improving. So I have a serious point of contention with you saying that we exploit men when we provide an enormous amount of value for absolutely free, by the way. We don't charge anyone. How are we exploiting men when we provide more free value than any other YouTuber on the platform?
Yo, honestly, you think we're stupid by now, but again, there's always someone out there to prove you wrong. Listen, it's called the free value offer. Okay, everybody in marketing and sales knows this. If you don't know it, it is what it is. Okay, the free value offer is you guys just scroll through a website or an ad where they say, hey, check out this free 40-day offer, or check out this free ebook, or check out this, free that, right? The reason why it's free, okay, because it's insignificant to them. All right, it's a draw more than anything else. All right, it's free to draw you in. Once they draw you in, now they hooked you. That's essentially the game. Okay, so you say, oh, well, we offer free value. Look at all these free value we offer. We don't charge you guys for it. In a way, they do, because when you watch them spew the garbage with the women and whatnot, well, guess what? You getting that free value makes you want to jump down deeper into the rabbit hole. So now you're saying, hey, you know what? This Myron guy speaks. He spits so much facts. I might actually just buy his course to see what's all about. That's how it works. We're not stupid. So you say, oh, this is a free value. Okay, fine. But it's freemium leading into something else, okay? It's no different. We all know this game. Dev with the 5, shout out to you. Dev says, Sneeko getting bitched by a BJJ chap. And Fresh and Fit taking L's from their own audience. 2024 is the RP Bozos words coming back to bite them. 2023 was that. 2024 is going to be something else. It's going to be even worse than that. I'm going to guarantee you that. AI Fisher, shout out to you for the $5 super chat. It says, speaking of Lord Marquita, was that body cam footage ever released for his DUI? Also, why did Allende call Myron a rapist then when they had the altercation? Well, because here we'll answer the Myron one, right? Allende one, right? Because Allende called Myron that because of the Miss Cheeks allegations, and there was a couple other allegations too as well. Now, it wasn't that Myron raped them, all right? Especially the women themselves didn't say they were raped, but the way Myron was trying to have sex with them, yeah, that was obviously a problem. So some of the women that he was trying to do stuff with, and you could consider that forceful. All right, yeah, it is what it is. But again, I'm not going to go into that a part of him being. And listen, maybe because Allende, you guys understand, Allende was backstage with a lot of these guys, so who knows what he knows, right? Who knows what he's seen? For all we know, maybe he did witness some situation that shouldn't have went down, but went down, right? We don't know, but I do know that there were certain situations with women in the past that they complained about Myron, and there's little suplex ways he likes to do them in the bedroom, all that choking them out and shit like that, right? A real Andrew Tate like, right? It is what it is. He says the body cam for Marquette, the case has to be dismissed, or not dismissed. It has to conclude. Okay, so the case is still ongoing. I actually reached out. I got a response back. They said it has to be concluded, right? But here's the thing: there are a couple things Sus Marquardt can do to deny us from getting the body cam footage, especially for him being a first-time offender. It might be something he may. It's an option that his lawyer or legal team may go for, which is they might go for sealing the case, right? So after the case is concluded, they might opt to seal it since he's a first-time offender. Now, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, depend on the severity of the crime. All right, and once the case is sealed, you can't really grab any documents from it, right? But yes, it's still as of now as we're speaking, it's an ongoing investigation. So as soon as it's concluded, we'll file for it. But if he ends up sealing the files, there's not much we can do. M. Dot with the $10 super chat, shout out to you. He says, on one hand, RP will tell men to avoid relationships, i.e. marriage, which involves people, but tell men to start a biz, which also involves people and has no guarantee of success. Make it make sense. Facts, M. Dot. Let's get that 20 in the chat, or not 20. Let's get that W in the chat for M. Dot. Shout out to you. I appreciate it. W for M. Dot and W for CD. I appreciate you both. So here's the thing, M. Dot. You're absolutely right, because how can you make that make sense? It's called doublespeak. That's what these guys engage in, right? They want you to focus on the stuff that sounds nice, but the other side that sounds like it could look bad for you. They don't want you to focus on that, right? And you're absolutely right. On one hand, they'll say, "Hey, listen, come on, you just start a business. It's easy," right? They make it sound easy. That's the way they make it sound. Like this is an easy thing. You can start off and you can start making 6 figures on it right away. Now, people don't realize that for the first 3 to 4 years, you might be losing money. Lots of money. You don't even know how you're going to stay afloat, right? They don't understand that, right? But on the other hand, they'll turn around and say, "Oh, well, you know what? Listen, the relationships, why get in a relationship, right? It's women. Women suck, remember? That's why we're here. That's why we joined the red pill, because women suck. Like, don't date, okay? Don't date to get married. That's crazy, all right? You fuck these hoes, all right? You got at least 50 women. If you don't have a 50 woman leg count, you are missing out on life, which is like crazy, because for a lot of men, I think the average for them is probably like 15 to 20. That might be even too high, right? Y'all setting these ridiculous standards of 50 women, 100 women, 300 women. What is it? Fresh 1,000 women. John Anthony lawsuit. 1,800 women. It's like, whoa. That's just disgusting, bro. Like, y'all are walking petri dishes at that point. Like, y'all just fill with bacteria and all infectious types, right? It's like, well, listen, stop. That's not the real world. That's not the real world at all. We don't know what kind of women you're having sex with to the point where it's 1,500 or 1,800 of them, but that's not how the world works. Most men, on average, usually about 10, 15 on the high end, 20 for a lot of them, okay? But again, what they would take that little 20 number, and they'll say, oh, look at that. You only had sex with 20 women? That's weak sauce. That's weak sauce, okay? You join the red pill, we'll help you have sex with 5,000. Yeah, you hope you didn't realize that, right? Go ahead and pay $800 for my course, and you'll be sleeping with 5,000 women tonight, motherfucker. You see what I'm saying? It's this pipe dream. So when this caller is saying that Fresh and Fit, they sell a dream, this is what we're talking about. Okay, they're not being real. They're saying all these body counts that, like, yo, first of all, y'all definitely got diseases. I'm just be honest with y'all. Y'all walking around with something, especially Fresh over there. He got that itch you can't scratch.
So it's not actually free because everybody makes videos for free.
Are you paying money right now to talk to us? Like, are you like, are you like paying money right now? Like, you're talking to me right now. You're on the line. Maybe you super chatted in to get ahead of the line. But what I'm saying is that, like, this is free right now. Like, this is absolutely free. People are watching this on Rumble and YouTube.
Yeah, but to call in, they gotta pay. Y'all see this shit? Y'all see this shit, right? Yo, how is it you gonna sit there and say, oh, well, you watching my show right now? Hey, whoa. You accuse us of exploiting men. You're watching us for free. I mean, you had to pay to get here, but you're still watching us for free. Well, I mean, everybody else can watch us for free. It's like, hold on, you can't. That's double speak, my boy. You can't do that because he is paying to get on the show. Anybody who calls in, some of them pay a lot of money. Right? So they got to be, what, $20 or $200? However much money you got to pay to call in. Y'all making money off of this. That's why Mara had to specify. Well, listen, I mean, you're watching. I mean, everyone else is watching this for free. They can watch this content for free. Yeah, no shit, right? But the person who's calling in who has a particular issue, it's not free to them. It's not. They got to pay to get this point across. This is what it is. Yo, Tony Praying Mantis with the 5. Shout out to you. Says, "Sup, dude? You heard that Coach Red Pill died in Ukrainian federal prison." Yes. What was it? What was it that said he died of? They said he was tortured. I mean, he himself said that a while ago. I'm gonna do a short little video doing that because Coach Red Pill, I mean, even though I didn't agree with a lot of things he had to say, because I thought there were certain things were like, okay, it's a little on the whiny-ish side of things. But when he got into politics and when he starts talking about politics and like the real issues of that, you know, that's where my respect factor went through the roof for that guy. Because, you know, first of all, it's like, yo, again, either brave or you're stupid in talking about a country during wartime, knowing fully well that they don't have the same freedom of speech rights that, you know, we enjoy in the West, right? And it's brave, but then again, you know, bravery and stupidity, it's a very fine line, right? But again, he did what he had to do. In this case, you see some of these red pill guys like Andrew Tate coming out here talking about, oh, well, you know, look, I'm being persecuted right now because I'm speaking out against the Matrix. Yeah, that's right, the Matrix. We speaking up against it. They want to lock me up. It's like, no, you're going to federal prison because a bunch of allegations and evidence came out against you that you raped some girls and you forcibly trafficked them against their will. So that's not because you were being altruistic. It wasn't because you were speaking the truth. Okay. Again, the real dies, the fake went on. I think when Coach Red Pill was at his best was when he started covering real shit, right? Because he always comes at it from a very, not conspiracy angle, but the I call it the obvious angle, right? The obvious angle where you would look at it and say, yeah, this is exactly what's happening. You're right. You're out of the money. You know, a lot of times he doesn't have like the concrete paperwork, but oftentimes he gets proven right? Because some of the shenanigans, he'll say, hey, you know, they're secret police, or they're trying to hide this in the media, or they're doing this, right? And you can say, yeah, it would make sense for those government to do that. I can see where he's coming from, right? But those are stuff that you say in other countries where you don't have freedom of speech, you can lose your life for, and he did. And it's unfortunate because you still have red pill bozos like Andrew Tate trying to take credit for freedom of speech and being persecuted by the Matrix. Meanwhile, we got a soldier that died out here, which is crazy. But yeah, I got big respect for Coach Red Pill. Shout out to him. RIP. And not a lot of people are talking about this, which is sad because he didn't stay in the red pill space, but it is unfortunate. But yeah, I got a video coming out on that for sure. We just had to make sure, I had to make sure, because a lot of people say a lot of things, and I got to make sure my facts are right, because he did disappear for a bit, right? And we didn't know what happened to him. There was a whole shtick about that for a while. Y'all remember that? And I was a little apprehensive at first, but not a lot of people confirming it. It's like, yeah, it's unfortunate. I actually didn't see it coming. I actually thought that he would make it out of this unscathed, but not unscathed, but relatively unscathed, meaning that he's able to, get out and go back to doing YouTube. But unfortunately, his life ended, and that's unfortunate, man. Allison Leo with the super chat, shout out to you, says, I hope that FNF fans finally understand that men and women must team up. This world is too chaotic to navigate alone. No, I think they do understand that. But if men and women team up and men and women relationships work better, who needs red pill? You see what I'm saying? So you got to understand how this shit works. If men and women start to get together and work together and don't need to feel the animosity against one another, well, guess what? Who fucking needs the red pill? Well, like, why do you need these guys telling you the secrets to modern women and modern women this? If women are already men and women are already getting together, who needs these bozos, right? They're out of a job. So they know this. And Allison, I know they know this, right? They know this because if they really wanted to bring men and women together, their rhetoric would be completely different. But they don't, because they're actively profiting from this, right? Some kind of like the big corporations that profit from people suffering, right? And we sit there and criticize them, all right? But what ends up happening in the end? Nothing, because they're big corporations. Same thing. These guys profit off of exploiting young men. And what's the trade-off in the end? Nothing, because no one really cares about young men. And it's true. Even the people that claim they care about men don't actually care about men. They exploit them.
Right now for absolutely free. What are you talking about?
He can't back it up.
The way you make money isn't because of isn't from the videos. It's from donations, right? It's from donations. It's from the fucking. Are you guys gonna let me talk?
We're listening to you. No one said anything.
Okay. All right. No, my fault. I thought you were gonna jump in. I'm also, there's a 3-second delay. All right. So the way you make money is because the way you make money is from the donations, right? Off the after hours shows, people donating, sometimes hundreds of dollars just to talk shit to the women, right? So let's be honest, like, that's how you make money, because you're not making, like you said it yourself, Money Mondays, Womanizer Wednesdays, they're not as popular as the after hours shows.
They said it themselves,
right?
chat.
Because you guys are not actually providing value. What they show up for is you to yell at stupid bitches. All right, but that's it. Let me go ahead and give you. I just have one other question.
No. Hold on.
What do you?
So hold on.
To teachers and average men,
bro,
who won't become high value.
Bro,
what do you do?
You got to be quiet and let me respond to the things that you're saying, and then you could, before you go on to another thing. You just like talk, and don't even let me address what you're saying.
All right, go ahead.
So you're trying to penalize us for providing a bunch of free value that we don't charge for, and then you're saying, oh, you get a bunch of money from donations from people.
Value for free. It's YouTube. It's YouTube. That's what you're supposed to.
Aren't you the one trying to put everything behind a paywall now because you're not getting monetized like that? Ain't that, Joel? Again, it's the freemium like I'm talking about. We give you a little bit free up front, but you got to go to Rumble. You got to go to Patreon. You got to go wherever we got to charge you for. It is what it is. But we give you this little bit for free. It's no different than a crack dealer, all right? The first one's on me. The second one, well, now you got to pay. That's how it is. Y'all look crack dealers to young men. Okay, so you say, oh, we provide all this free content. Aren't y'all the ones starting to hide it behind the paywall? Oh, we about to go over that episode. That's coming out later. All right, but still, say, what are we talking about here? We offer free value. Nigga, you know what you're doing. The first one's free, and then you got to pay for extra. All right, it is what it is. You want behind the scenes? You want fresh going crazy? You want all the juicy, naughty bits? You got to go behind the paywall. So again, it's not free. It's part of a strategy. That's how it works. I mean, they think we're stupid out here. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's absolutely for free. So what are you talking about? We're exploiting guys. No one is forcing the guys.
You're not special. You're not special.
No one is forcing.
Special. How you exploit them is through donations. You're not special.
We never.
Courses and donation is that how you exploit them?
What?
He says courses and donations is how you exploit them. And I think it's a little bit more than just courses and donations. It's a lot more. There's a lot more things involved in there. But he's on the money.
You're not special. Just because you put videos out for free, that's the nature of YouTube. That's how everybody does it, right? Donations and courses is how you exploit them. It's how you take money out their pocket.
We don't force anybody to buy anything. Hold on. Yo, be quiet, dude. Be quiet and let me address your point. We don't force anybody to donate. We don't force anybody to buy courses. You can absolutely get a bunch of value on here for absolutely free. Okay. At the end of the day, this is a business. So of course we have to monetize to some degree, but our goal is to always provide an enormous amount of value for absolutely free. I would say 90-10, if anything.
That's bullshit, dude. That's bullshit, and you know it because they know these bozos know how to monetize. Listen, I could be doing half the things they're doing right now, but I don't. We don't even have merch. We don't have a Patreon. We don't have anything else but YouTube. And that's it. Listen, just because you don't ask people to donate doesn't mean you don't insinuate it by doing other things. For instance, having people pay super chats so you can read only a certain level and above, okay? That's setting a standard, right? You're setting a standard saying, and hey, listen, in order for you to be heard, you got to be $20 and up super chat. You want to tell me you guys don't do that? You sit there and tell me you guys don't do that? I mean, come on, that's cap. You guys do that. Let's just be real about that. Okay, so just because you're sitting there saying, hey, they can watch us for free, and you notice how he's harping on that, it doesn't matter, bro, because you guys have all this other infrastructure set up outside of that to go ahead and benefit from it. Now, again, there is nothing wrong with that. If a bunch of men want to give you their money so they can do whatever, that's fine. Okay, people gave money to Andrew Tate and he still laughed in the face as he robbed them and went to the bank. It is what it is. All right, this shit happens. Okay, no one's saying anything wrong with monetizing, but to sit there and lie like we're fucking kids, like we can't see the freaking obvious, right? We can't see that, yeah, this is obviously a scheme and money's at the center of it. To sit there and lie to our faces and pretend that money is not, bro, I mean, you'd look a lot better to just say, no, I mean, we're here for the money. We're high value men. How the fuck do we say high value? I mean, even Kevin Samuels. I mean, rest in peace. Shout out to Kevin Samuels. All right, but still, he would do the same thing, right? He will let you know that you have to pay to talk to him, right? You have to pay to deal with him. It just is what it is. He will let you know, and he will say because he is high value. Now, I disagree the fact that he's always been high value, but when he became high value, he demanded high value price, and people paid it. People were paying it, right? And I would even see him ask for super chats and ask for donations and cash apps, right? And he owned it. No one really saw that as a, oh, wow, look at Kevin Samuels. He's out here just begging for super chats, right? No one really criticized him for it because he owned it at the end of the day. What you guys are doing, it's weird, and we can pick up on it. Instead of owning up to the fact that money's at the forefront, and again, if you owned up to it, your audience and us, we wouldn't care. No one would care. It's the fact that you're trying to make it seem like you're altruistic, right? You're actually really not here for the money, but you're just here because, oh my God, these men. Guys, we got to think about the men. We got to think. It's like you got to think about the men. Now, listen, bro. Listen, if YouTube, let's say I didn't have anything else, and YouTube was kind of like my main gig, right? Yeah, you'll probably see other things, other avenues for me to go ahead and put in and, try to make this work for me, because in order for me to deliver consistent shows, then I have to make sure that I'm here consistently, right? But YouTube is not my main source of income. Matter of fact, it's just one of those things where it's like, oh, this should just kind of happen. That's why I sit there and I appreciate you guys a lot, because I don't take it for granted, because to me, it just kind of happened, bro. All right. But I don't depend on YouTube. I don't depend on any of this stuff. Because like, what, bro, I got so many projects working on the real world. I ain't got time for this shit. I honestly don't. I don't know how some of y'all y'all calling yourself high value have time to spend all this time on the internet? Like, what's wrong with y'all? But still, I digress. All right, it is what it is. But again, I make money in the real world. That's my bread and butter. You don't see me out here, begging for all this stupid shit, right? But you guys, on the other hand, this is your life, all right? You quit your Homeland Security job to do this. It'll be understandable if you're saying, hey, you know what? Like the video. Hey, throw something in the Cashapp. Hey, do this, do that. That's fine. Be honest about it. But to sit there and pretend that this is anything else other than what we know it's all about. The only time we've seen Myron cry was him getting demonetized. Okay, come on. We know what really matters here.
Okay, most of our stuff is completely out there for free.
Shout out to LTTV with the membership re-up. Let's go ahead and get that W for LT. And some of you guys in the chat right now, if you're not subscribed to LTTV, what are you doing? Go ahead and check them out. All right. But shout out to LTTV for being a member here. I appreciate it.
Force anyone to donate. They want to interact with the show, they absolutely can. But we don't force anybody to donate. We don't do high pressure sales tactics. We're just giving a bunch of free value, and most of it, and the stuff that is paid for, it's a minority of what we do. We provide like 90-10 if you're going to go the ratio with free to paid stuff. Most creators don't do this at all.
Also, we turned down a lot of deals so that the show remains free. We turned on a bunch of deals from sponsors and as well actual platforms that say, hey, you know what? Monetize this show.
Nobody wants to
take care of
you. Nobody wants.
No, it's not that, bro. The people not sponsoring them because they demonetize. Bro, I remember when Tish Hanley was handing out them sponsorship, bro. Even I got one. Okay, they were handing them brothers out like hotcakes. Okay, y'all were shilling Tish Hanley. Y'all remember that? Oh, Tish Hanley this, Tish Hanley that. Here's Fresh now. Oh, well, listen, people came out to us and they offered us a lot of money, but we didn't do it because it wouldn't have kept the show free. Yo, lying. Why you lying? Stop it, dog.
That's not true, bro.
Trash, let's be honest.
Dude,
why do you?
Dude,
why
you have no idea what we turned down. And I guarantee you, bro, if you had a P for brain, at least you would understand how sponsorships work and how we get paid. But you don't know how we get paid, bro. You're assuming because, I know YouTube. You don't know YouTube at all, bro. You don't. You really don't. So
how do you know that?
Yo, y'all hear that background noise, right? So it's not me. I think it's in the video.
You know that.
What do you do for a living? How much you make?
Don't worry about it, bro.
Oh, there you go.
Let's be honest, bro.
You can't say what you do for a living. You don't know how much you make.
Let's be honest,
you said I rented cars. You don't have any facts, my friend. But it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, I mean,
I just have one last question for Myron because I think he's the brains of this operation.
Look, man, look.
Hey, damn, Fresh, you better drink that. Hey, listen, dog. He said, Fresh, we're gonna skip you. You're not making sense. We're just gonna go to the brains of the operation here. All right, it is what it is. Hey, you notice how Fresh tried to flip it on him, right? Oh, what do you do? Okay, listen, okay, fine. If he doesn't want to answer it, it is what it is. He's a fan at the end of the day. He doesn't have to answer shit. He's your fan. You're the ones out here making these outrageous claims. You need to prove whatever claims you're making, right? But it is what it is. You got to understand when they do stuff like this to say, oh, what do you do, right? No matter what you say as a profession, they're always going to demonize it or downplay it, right? Because you're not them. You're not making six figures like they are. You're not driving the Lambos like they are. So if you're not living their lifestyle or their well-crafted lifestyle, okay, no matter what you say, you're a nerd. So for instance, I work as an engineer. Most people don't know that, which it is what it is. But again, they would look at my job and say, oh, this guy, he just works for the man. He's a lame. Look at us. We're driving Lambos. Never mind the fact that I'm making good money. Yeah, forget the fact. I mean, yeah, it's a very demanding job. Don't get it twisted, right? It's a very demanding job. But still, it's one of those things where they will look at because the job doesn't offer me the opportunity to go buy a Lambo, right? I don't care what kind of project you're working on as an engineer. Ain't nobody paying you enough to buy a Lambo right off the bat, unless you're working with a really, really good company and it's like at that level. I'm not at that level, but I'm like so, right? It is what it is, right? So again, it's just one of those things where they will shame you regardless of what answer you do because you're not living that ultra high value lifestyle as they are, which is just like, so it's not that the end all be all. Like, I make good money. I make good money. You don't see me going out there and try to buy all these luxury cars and items and whatnot. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I got nice things, but that's not the end all be all. The point is, young men can grab a profession, right? They can grab a profession and still make good money, whether it's in the trades, whether in IT, whether in any kind of work out there that is seeking men to pay for their services to help them out. All right, their jobs out there. But again, when it comes to these guys, they're always going to look at it as it's just one of those things.
I just have one question for him.
Look,
because
man,
I think
you don't
exploiting men.
What do you say? You're not correct about that.
And managers who are average and actually cannot utilize the prescriptions that you espouse.
Look, okay, this is what I say to that. Okay, every single person that watches this show can go to the gym and improve their physique. Every single person that watches this show can improve their credit score.
Everybody else but Fresh. I mean, look at this. Look at this. There's 30 pounds of fat sitting in his face right now. All right, buddy talking about he lost weight. I lost weight. Nigga, your face found that weight. Look at all of this shit, bro. Anybody can lose weight. Talk to this nigga right here. Why can't he drop the 30 pounds he's been promising us for the last 3 years?
Every single person that watches this show can learn how to be more dominant, assertive, and have frame in their relationships. So what you're saying is absolutely not true, bro, because even the average guys that watch our show are able to improve their life to a point where they get closer to becoming higher value. So you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, with all due respect. You're coming on here to criticize us and say that we're exploiting men, blah, blah, blah. Guys implement just some of the stuff that we teach, and they're able to improve their life dramatically. How many guys call into the show and say, yo, I raised my credit score from this to this. Yo, I stopped smoking weed because of you guys. Yo, I started going to the gym. Yo, I improved my physique. Yo, I lost 50 pounds. I lost 100 pounds. They might not necessarily be high value, but we made a tremendous amount of change in their life, didn't we? Why? Because we gave a fucking solution, you mother.
Whoa. You're going to get a buddy demonetized here. Relax. I would like to see evidence, please. No, seriously. You're going to make all this claim? We would like to see the evidence, because y'all could just come out here and talk and make all these wild claims and whatever the fuck. We need to see the evidence. Matter of fact, yeah, hey, we got something for y'all, bro. Don't worry about it. We watching these guys extra closely 2024. There's gonna be a whole lot of data set being gathered from these guys. It's not even funny, bro, because I think it's high time we start tracking these numbers. I think it's high time we start looking into these facts, so-called, that they're spewing here. All right. And to go to the main point, you notice how he's saying, well, listen, we encourage guys to even lose a little bit of weight. We encourage guys to make a little bit of money, right? So right now, you notice how he goes from making these grand statements to, we give prescriptions to guys, helping them become high value. And now all of a sudden, those statements are just marginal. Oh, yeah, they improved their income a little bit. Oh, yeah, they found a girlfriend. Oh, they lost a couple pounds at the gym. Huh. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's mighty very interesting, Myron. But marginal right here, I mean, you blowing that up to be this massive change. That's nothing. That's nothing to what y'all promote on your show. So you're saying that you're taking average men and, just making marginal improvements. That's not the same as selling a course saying, hey, you want to be high value, this is what you need to buy. Instead, y'all should be saying, hey, you know what? If you buy my $1,000 course, you can improve marginally in your weight loss journey, right? Nobody's going to buy that if you say it, right? If you say, hey, listen, if you buy my course and you'll lose about maybe 2 pounds, it's marginal. You barely would know this, right? People will be like, oh, it's not worth it, right? But if you say, hey, listen, you buy my course, dude, we'll help you shred so many pounds, dude. You'd be looking like Fresh in a minute, bro. Don't worry about it. Look how fit Fresh is. I mean, if he was fit, right? Again, you're making these grand claims on your show, and then when you finally get called out for it, all of a sudden, those grand claims become marginal claims. Now it's like, yeah, well, I mean, so what? That's still good. Okay, now y'all need to do something for me. I need y'all to actually define what a high value man is, because someone making a marginal improvement in their finances is a long way from earning 6 figures. Someone making a marginal improvement in their fitness journey is a long way of being ripped or shred. So I think you guys need to define what a high value is, what a high value man even means. Because if it means just marginally improving your life, well, the hell, everybody can be high value. Matter of fact, everybody can be high value without the use of your podcast. You understand that, right? Because people every day, without the need of Fresh and Fit, make marginal improvements in their lives, no matter what it is, right? They just got to be motivated enough. Some of them, they do it without even knowing they're doing it, right? But they do it. Again, we need to quantify that, my boy, because it's not making sense.
So it'd be high value, but we made a tremendous amount of change in their life, didn't we? Why? Because we gave a fucking solution, you motherfucker. So let me tell you something about guys like you. You're a fucking loser, right? And what you do is you assume that people don't necessarily get value and that there's an elite that no one else can aspire to. You have a loser mindset. You don't have to necessarily say, oh, I'm going to become high value, and if I don't, that's a bust. If you're able to get your credit score from 400 to 600, that's a W. If you're able to lose 50 pounds, that's a W. If you're able to get in the gym and improve yourself, get some more confidence, you might not necessarily get to high value, but it dramatically increases the value of your life. And that's what we're fucking trying to do. We want everyone that watches the show to aspire to be a 1%er. You might not get there, but guess what? If you shoot for the fucking moon, you might hit the stars. That's what we're trying.
Yeah, but the stars don't mean you 1%. You just amongst many stars. This is what you look out in the sky right now. There are billions of stars out there. Ain't nothing special about them. They don't shine as bright as the sun right now. So who the fuck is? There's only one sun, millions of stars. There's one right here. So what are we talking about here? That's nothing. Again, you see how now, chat, I want you guys to pay attention to something, right? When Myron or Fresh couldn't really combat the talking points all that well, right? Because in my view, they didn't do a really good job, right? What you now start to see is the shaming. Because you see this, it's almost like a play. Like you write it out, and it's like, okay, once they can't really give you a good argument on what it is they're trying to spew out there, now they're gonna shame you. You see how he's calling them, oh, you're dumb and you don't have a high value mindset. Your mindset is a loser mindset, right? And it's like, this is the scam right here. This is why I always say that this motivational shit is a scam. The reason why I say it's a scam, because a lot of these guys know for a fact that not everybody's going to get there. Myron said it several times in this clip already. He knows for a fact not everybody is going to get to that level of high value, but they still sell their products and services like you are, or you have a legitimate chance to get there, right? That's what they're selling it, but they're not giving you the full details. Again, here's he just breaking all of that stuff down. Y'all got to pay attention to this. Okay, you have to honestly understand and see what gimmicks that they're selling. It's all sales at the end of the day. You're not, listen, they know for a fact not everybody's going to get there. He's going to make the argument, but if we improve somebody's life marginally, that's still better. You have a loser mindset. Listen, listen, for the fact that not everybody's cut out for that alone just sets out the baseline. Okay, not everybody's cut out for it. That's the baseline. All right. Here's the crazy thing. This is what fucked up about the motivational space and the self-help space, because it's a scam. It's a scam. Let's say they got you pumped up with all that feel-good juices, right? And you out here feeling so good that you gonna run around and go start your own business, right? And throughout the whole training, they've been telling you, yeah, you got this. Just work hard, dedication, all that bullshit, right? But then they let you know, hey, remember, it's all about your mindset. Remember that. It's the mindset. I hate that fucking word, right? Mindset. The reason why they say mindset, right? Because at the end of the day, when you take the shitty advice and none of this shit works for you, okay? And you're trying to figure out, where did I go wrong? You're trying to figure out, okay, who's responsible for this? Well, you can't hold Myron responsible. You can't hold them responsible. You can't hold Fresh responsible. The only person you have to hold responsible is your mindset. Even though you bought their shitty course that isn't really designed to help you succeed, okay, even if you bought the course and that they were heavily selling to you that wasn't designed for you to succeed, bruh, even if you don't succeed, it's still your fault. That's how these guys get away with it. This is how they all do it. It's all prosperity bullshit, right? It's how they scam you, because you can't hold them responsible if you didn't make it, which they know for a fact most of y'all wouldn't make it. So when you don't, you have no choice but to blame yourself, even though the real culprit are these scammers. I mean, they're selling you a faulty product. They're the ones to blame. It happens like that in any company. If Google sells me a faulty product or Amazon sells me a faulty product, all right, I have the right to either sue or do something to get some kind of retribution back. All right, on the baseline, and do stuff with my credit card. But still, right? You guys, in the motivational world, it doesn't happen that way. If you fail, you can't go to Google and say, hey, listen, this product's not working out for me. No, they'll say, hey, it's your mindset, bro. You just didn't work hard enough. And that is the fucked up part about the self-help shit. This is the most toxic part about the self-help shit, because you could fail through no fault of your own, but you still have to take blame for it because you have no one else to blame. You've been conditioned to blame yourself at the end of the day. And it's not just Fresh and Fit. The reason why I'm harping on this so much is because Andrew Tate does this. Sneeko does this. Every pill popper that sells a course, they do this because it's their insurance policy. When their courses inevitably doesn't work out, you're the one to blame, not them. So no asking for refunds.
trying to get people to do, you fucking piece of shit. You're over here coming in here trying to exploit, trying to talk shit, saying that we exploit men. What the fuck are you talking about? There's no one on the platform that provides more value to men than we do on this fucking platform. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. We turn down millions upon millions upon millions of dollars of deals. No, shut the fuck up, because you've been talking now. Now let me cook you.
Why are you
because
so
we've literally
mad?
turned down millions upon millions of dollars from gambling, pornography, alcohol, all these motherfuckers to go ahead and provide you guys value, because we know that that shit does not necessarily align with what the fuck we want to do. We'll go crazy.
Gambling. This guy is gambling, alcohol. Listen to this guy, right? And what does he have on the show? Maybe not necessarily gambling, right? But you have alcohol on your show. You have women who drink alcohol on your show. We know that because we see them drunk all over the place, right? So you say, oh, well, we're not sponsored by these companies, but yeah, we're gonna put it in front of your face for tens of thousands of people to watch every night. Yo, get the fuck out of here. Who you trying to fool here? More D with the 5. Shout out to you. Says, Duke, you haven't done the Myron crying all of 2024. We need that from you. We need that for the show. I got you, bro. You're not going to know when it's coming, but I got you. Trust me. Don't worry about it. You won't see it coming. Yo, Rafael Sumano with the 10. Yo, let's get that W for Rafael. Rafael says, exactly. And I never see the witness come forward and say F&F bettered my life through et cetera, et cetera. I mean, they'll say it, but in the comments also, should call in and say it. I kind of want to and tell them, yeah, you should probably call in. I don't know how much you got to pay to do it, but you got to. But yeah, again, this is the whole scam of self-help, right? And that's why these guys love it. Brandon Carter is a disgrace when it comes to this shit. All right, because when you going to talk about scammer Brandon Carter, that's him. He does all that shit right there. Self-help mixed together with fitness is crazy, right? But you're absolutely right. Nobody's gonna come forward, all right, in real life and say, hey, they successfully helped me make 6 figures without there being an affiliate link or some kind of affiliate program built in. All right. Not a lot of people are going to come out and say, hey, these people are going to do it and be for reals about it. Right. It just doesn't happen. Matter of fact, here's the even more interesting side of it. Not a lot of people are going to come out and say, hey, I tried your course and I failed. Why? The reason why we don't see that is because a lot of those guys, they fail, but they're not going to blame Fresh and Fit. They're going to call up and say, hey, I bought this shit and I'm not getting laid, bro. Like, what's going on? Like, what are you doing, right? They're not going to do that because these men feel embarrassed because they've been preconditioned to believe that by buying this course, okay, you have to understand that you got to grind. You have that grind set, bro. All right? So if you fail, you didn't grind hard enough. And then you blame yourself because when you do fail, instead of going on and say, hey, Myron, I'm reviewing your courses here, none of them actually apply to reality. Instead of you going to them and doing that, what they're going to say is, oh, yeah, no, it's your fault. Matter of fact, you're going to do that for them, right? You're going to say, oh, it's my fault. I probably didn't work hard enough. It is what it is. And that's sick because a bunch of young men fall for that trap all the time. And I see it happen all the time, especially when the self-help industry was getting bigger and bigger, and then it morphed to the red pill. I've been saying this. I'm like, yo, these guys are scamming you. Rad RPJ with the 2. Shout out to you. Says saying he helps men while bringing one down, shaking my goddamn head. Facts. Oh, we're here to help men, but you're a loser with a loser mindset. That's Myron in a nutshell.
No, we make money on providing fucking value, and a portion of what we make comes from the donations that people choose to give us. Okay, and if we do, shut the fuck up and let me listen and let me talk. No, man, because you've been making a bunch of fucking bullshit ass accusations. So I gotta put assholes like you in your place. You don't,
bro. Why are you so triggered, Myron? God damn.
What the fuck you're talking about? We get hundreds of messages. We get guys calling in saying we improved their life. If you watch the show right now, a bunch of guys called in and said that we improved them.
Yeah. People can call in and say whatever the fuck they want to say, right? Some people are so boneless. The real word is spineless. All right. Some people are so spineless they don't have the balls to call up and say, "Hey, listen, I'm not doing so well right now because I've been listening to y'all. It doesn't work." All right. A lot of these guys, they have ego problems. Okay. So not only do they want to show out for females, but they also want to show out for the boys too, right? So whenever they call up, it's all positives and rainbows, right? Just like the internet, everything is great and dandy. Oh, everyone that calls up is making 6 figures. And by the way, that can't be the way you quantify this. Okay. That can't be the way you analyze all of your data and say that you save a bunch of men's lives based off of men calling in and telling you that you saved their lives. Matter of fact, somebody called me multiple times. Hey, Duke, you saved my life, man. I'm not gonna count that because at the end of the day, I don't know them. I don't know them personally. I don't know what they're going through. All right, and they may have gone through a lot. Don't get me wrong. All right, but for me to sit there and say, hey, look, let me parade this person out here and their lives that I saved. It doesn't make any sense because at the end of the day, they could be lying. Now, it's a weird thing for someone to lie about, but people do. It's internet. People do weird shit all the time. So if you say, hey, look at all the callers we've had. All these callers are saying that we helped them out. And people say a lot of things, Myron. Just saying.
And any little improvement is a big improvement. That's why.
But it improves their life. That's the point. They don't have to become high value to get a better life, you piece of shit. What the fuck are you talking about sitting here? You don't even want to say what you do for a living. You're over here trying to judge the guys that call into the show that say that they got... Nah, mute this guy's mic. Yo, you're over here trying to judge the guys that call into the show that improve their life, that improve their credit score. You're trying to sit there and talk shit about them. You don't even want to fucking talk about yourself.
Yep, can't.
You fucking dickhead. You're over here trying to talk shit about the guys that come in and watch this shit and actually improve their life, take a gun out their fucking mouth. What do you got to say about all the guys that we kept from committing suicide? What the...
I'm sorry, bro. If you're at the point where you got a gun to your mouth and you're watching Fresh and Fit, yeah, bro. I don't even know what to say. That's not a good look.
Fuck you gonna say about that? Oh, you're exploiting men. We exploited them so they could live longer and not put a fucking barrel of a gun in their mouth and kill themselves? The fuck are you?
Again, see how extreme he is. Oh, yeah, he's getting real descriptive. You put a barrel and a gun in their mouth. And bro, okay, all right, we get it. All right, you save lives out there. You know, barrel and a gun in the mouth and everything. Yo, shut up.
What are you talking about? You're over here just talking shit. You don't even know what the fuck you're talking about.
Okay.
Anyway, guys, you never want to be a dude like this guy right here.
Loser mindset.
You're a loser defeatist mindset, bro.
You think we got here by random attrition, random thoughts and ideas? It took time, 1% growing every single day. It doesn't happen overnight. Like, dude, it takes time to become top level, and even so, becoming better every day works to your favor anyway.
And that's a
no, it doesn't. Matter of fact, a bunch of people have proven what the fuck you guys do ain't anything special. Matter of fact, if people replicated what you guys do, they'd make it. They'd actually make it. Matter of fact, people are replicating exactly what you guys do, and Myra's pissed off that they're doing it. Okay, so you sit there acting like, oh yeah, our content is so specialized and only we can do it because we've worked so hard and we built incrementally. Yo, shut up. Pearl was able to come in, and within a year, she was dubbed the female Andrew Tate. It just shows you that whatever you guys are doing, it's not special. It really isn't. Okay, you guys talk about, bro. Everybody's doing this now. Whatever podcast is beating y'all at your own game. Plus, they're still monetized on YouTube. So I don't know who's winning that one. But still, your formula is so simple, a caveman can do it. Was that a Geico commercial? I think it was a Geico commercial. Bro, that's what you all are. A bunch of fucking Geico cavemen, bro. Like I said, your job is so easy, anybody can do it. It's literally what you guys do is the most lowest hanging fruit I've ever seen in my life, bro. That's why I criticize y'all. It's even crazier, bro. It's like y'all will sit there and literally watch TikToks of women just doing what they're doing, you know, just doing women things. And y'all out here say, oh my God, look at this modern woman. How dare she just do that? How dare she just do things? See, you see, man, this is what I'm talking about. The world's over. It's so easy just to grab a little TikTok content or grab a little celebrity gossip content and then talk about how that applies to the red pill. You guys do that all the time. It's not that difficult. If we wanted to change our channel around and do that, I guarantee you there'll be a bunch of incels flooded in right now. That just is what it is, bro. Again, your formula, it's perfect. It works, but it's not that special because now everybody's doing it.
Fucking insult to the guys that like are getting value and improving their life. Like, oh, you're never going to become high value, but they're improving their life, bro. Will they reach the 1%? Maybe not. But if they could reach the 10 percentile, the 5 percentile, 15 percentile,
I watch other YouTubers that even give advice. I just watch their lifestyle and I improved. We're giving you advice step by step. You're crazy, bro. Who are you to qualify?
And he's invalidating everyone that improves. Like, oh, well, you're not a high value, so it doesn't matter. They don't have to become high value. What if they lose 20 pounds? And they get their credit score to a point where...
So weight loss is now high value? Again, you see how anything can be high value, right? So if a woman says, oh, yeah, you know, I lost 5 pounds. It's marginal. You know, I lost 5 pounds. These guys will be quick to jump down her throat. Oh, 5 pounds. Women of the day are overweight. You see, this is what I'm talking about. Modern women today are so obese. You think 5 pounds is enough for you to line you a high value man? They'll be talking like that. Guaranteed. Guaranteed, bro. But if it's a man, and when it comes down to their courses, right? And I specify their courses, right? The reason why is because then now they're going to make up all this excuses. Well, yeah, you know, someone who loses 20 pounds, I mean, that's still big. That's a lot. Look at Fresh. Look at him. Look at this. He's carrying 30 pounds on his face for the past 3 years. You're fit and you can't help him. Come on, bro. I mean, you're the fit one, and we're look at him. He's still the same as he was 3 years ago. But you want to sit there and say, "Oh, hey, man, just shut up." Yo, Tad, the Mad Titan, shout out to you for the $5 super chat. He says, Myron uses shame, insults, and guilt for the need to be right. Facts. You notice how now, because they have to mute the guy. They're muting the guy right now. So he's muted. But you also notice that now they've been shaming the guy, saying, "Oh, yeah, you're a loser. Oh, you got the loser mindset. I watch other people and I get rid of." First of all, that's crazy. That just shows you got an envious nature, bro. You watch other YouTubers, and then that just makes you want to improve your lifestyle. Like, and they don't. He specified these YouTubers weren't making making any valuable content, but he watched their lifestyle, so he emulated their lifestyle. He just copied them, right? So you out here just copying niggas' flow and shit, bro. Like, all right, so we now you know you're not original. All right, look, listen, if there's one thing you say, hey, I watch the YouTube to see how they the guy on the B mic, right? You know how he asks questions, so I can learn how to ask better questions. No, Fresh doesn't say that. He says, yeah, I watch other people's lifestyles and I copy it, and now I'm high value. Shut up. That's not realistic. That's not an accurate measurement of how to live your life. It's all just envious shit on the internet. People just doing shit to, make other people jealous. I mean, it's just crazy. I don't know. But yeah, the shaming is right on point. It's almost like on cue with these people.
Where they can get a credit card. That's a W.
And again,
the fuck?
What are your qualifications to question us on value? Do you give any value? No. Okay. So
nigga just like, oh, everyone's gonna just stay average. Why? We don't want people to stay average.
That's not what he said. He said everybody is like the vast majority of people are average. Not they're gonna stay average. He said the vast majority of people are average. All right. You sit there saying, well, why? Well, we're trying to help people to get more than that. No. That's not what you guys are doing. You guys are selling a pipe dream to those people who are going to be majority average. That's it. And there'll be a few out of that would want your lifestyle, but they would never aspire to that. It just is what it is.
That mindset is terrible, bro. That's how you stay poor. Stay brokey. So
anyway,
all right. So
what do we got? Is he off the line?
Yeah.
He's like,
he was like,
yo, they had this nigga muted the whole time. Talking like, yeah, I can't believe he would say that. Hey, he's still on the line. Oh yeah, we had him muted. Oh yeah, bring him up. Bring him up. We ain't done yet. This shit is crazy, bro.
Unmute him. Let him fucking say his last piece. Whatever. Yo.
Okay, I'll say my last piece. My fault. I didn't want to take up too much time.
You did, but okay.
I believe you, right? You help men, cool, right? They don't kill themselves, cool. Here's one thing. Here's a challenge.
It's not just a cool. That's huge.
That's huge. Get rid of after hours and watch your channel fucking tank. Get rid of after hours and watch your channel fucking tank.
Look, you see this look on Fresh's face? That ain't happening, bro. That ain't get rid of after hours. That's our bread and butter. That ain't happening, bro. Hey, he's right. You take away the scantily clad OnlyFans dressed women. You take away the raunchiness. You take away the sensationalism. You just got these two bozos. That's it. Just these two guys right here. Nothing spectacular. Nothing great. Nothing bad. It's just these two guys over here. That's nothing to watch. So this guy's actually right. You take all that shit away and watch the show fall apart.
Watch.
Caller, you do know that we didn't always do after hours, right?
Yeah, and it only got popular after you implemented after hours.
Fact.
It only got big after Kevin Samuels fucking called in and started talking shit.
Well, no. They were already they were getting big. They were actually getting big before Kevin Samuels called in. But yes, he's right. The after hours shows was the mojo that had him blow up. Because up until then, no one had that formula. So I would give it to Fresh and Fit, right? Somebody else say, oh, Duke, you're hating. No. I'm giving them props right now. I give them props because no one had that formula. Now, it's disputed because even Allende says he was responsible for suggesting that formula to them, and they don't want to give Allende credit. That's what he's saying. But still, right? It's just one of those things where, okay, listen, bro, you guys had a podcast, right? You had Unplugged Fit and Fresh was doing his thing. Y'all were doing your podcast back and forth with Donnie Boy, but no one was watching y'all. Let's just be real. Nobody was watching y'all niggas. It wasn't until somebody came up with the big brain idea to say, hey, you see this topless girl over here or with the bikini? Let's bring her on the show, see what happens. And it caught fire. That's what happened. So although the caller is wrong, it wasn't Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels took him to the next level with that blow up, right? He took him to the next level. But what ended up happening was it wasn't until they came up with that conception of having a situation where you have these two bozos talk to a bunch of OnlyFans girls. And that just is what it is, right?
Come on, bro. Like, let's be honest. You're not what's funny? Actually helping men, bro. You're exploiting men.
We would have been rid of
hold on. Helping men. Stop fucking.
Wait. Who provides more value than we do, bro? Yo. Who provides more value? Who provides more value? Because you keep saying we don't. Who provides more value then? In this space, who provides more value than we do? You're saying that we're not helping nobody. All right, who provides more value than we do?
Other creators?
For free on YouTube. Yeah, who?
He just mentioned it too. He mentioned that Michael Sartain guy, and then Jordan Peterson,
Scott Galloway, Michael Sartain.
There you go.
Chris Williamson, Psych Hacks, Jordan Peterson.
There you go.
5 of them right there.
Do they teach you how to? Do they teach you how to go to the gym and train and build a physique? Do they teach you how to?
Bro, you can't even teach Fresh how to build a diet plan. I mean, what are you talking about? Build a physique? That nigga's been trying to find a proper workout routine for 3 years. You can't help him. And you talk about, Jordan Peterson. He sound like a jealous girlfriend. Jordan Peterson. Michael Sartain. Do they teach you how to get fit, though? Huh? I bet you don't teach you how to get fit, though. Huh? They don't teach you how to get fit. My name's Fit. All right? I'm Myron. I'm fit on the show. All right? Ain't nobody talking about fitness. Nigga, listen, if fitness is the only thing you have to fall back on, looking at Fresh, your co-host, that you're not doing a very good job, buddy. I'm sorry. You can't fall back on that. Okay, fine. Jordan Peterson. I don't know about Michael Sartain. I don't know if I don't know. He talks too long for me to listen too much. But again, I know for a fact Jordan Peterson ain't talking about physical fitness in the gym, but he touches up on that, right? He's mentioned about that, but he doesn't give the intricacies of a workout program, right? He's not a fitness guy, but he does talk about the effectiveness of physical health, right? You got to have your physical health in order, right? So he talks about that generally speaking. All right, so you sitting there and say, oh, well, did they get specific? Huh? They talk about the gym, huh? When's the last time we talk about the gym? Yo, shut up. You sound desperate.
Did they teach you how to bring out your? Did they teach you how to get your credit score up?
They're not diluted.
They identify. Hold on, no. Now, bro, you're gonna mention all these other people. Yo, they identify problems, but do they give solutions?
No,
they don't. They don't give solutions.
Jordan Peterson literally got famous for dropping a solution, which most people didn't agree with, but people on the right did. Right, so I would say that's a solution. You sitting there saying, "Oh, these guys, they're not giving solutions, bro." Stop it. You guys are just coping.
They just identify problems.
They understand the issue isn't as easily solvable as
well. Then go watch them, bro. Go watch those creators and have fun, buddy. We don't need you over here.
Oh, bro, we don't just identify problems. We come up with solutions.
That's the third piece. Y'all heard that, right? So when they can't argue with you, they shame you. When that doesn't work, they tell you, well, go watch someone else. We don't need you at the end of the day, knowing fully well that it was his dollars. And I'm not sure how much he's donated throughout the lifetime he's been with you guys since Kevin Samuels. All right. But it was his dollars, and the tens of thousands of dollars of every other young man in his situation that used to watch you were the ones that got you to this point. You see what I mean? These guys don't appreciate their audience at all. Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, every time I thank you guys for being here, like, because again, I know how difficult it is in terms of YouTube and content creation. There's a lot of content out there, and you guys could easily spend your time anywhere else, right? Even if you guys are haters, it doesn't matter to me. I don't care. Like, be in the chat, as long as you're not disrespecting the people in the chat, you stay, do what you got to do, all right? Because, again, you being here, it still means a lot, because you literally could be anywhere in the world right now, all right? The same thing, all right? So it's not one of those things like, oh, well, get out of here, dude. But they're so quick to dismiss you as a fan, right? So let's say there's a long-time follower that comes in and says, hey, I disagree with this, right? Your first instinct is to shame them. And then your next instinct is to say, well, we never needed you anyways. What kind of message are you sending to everybody else that's watching this right now? Maybe they're not awake. Maybe they're still sleeping. But once they decide to wake up and they rewatch some of these shows again, what kind of message do you think you're sending to them? Like, they're just a bunch of disposable idiots? I mean, it seems like some of them are waking up right now. You idiots keep treating them like trash, like they're just numbers on a screen. They're real people at the end of the day. Okay, so they're not stupid. They can think for themselves. Eventually, they're going to see through your bullshit. So you said, oh, well, why watch us? You can go watch anything else. We don't need you. Bro, you weren't saying that when y'all were begging for likes when you first started out. Y'all weren't saying all that when you were begging Donnie Boy. You were sucking Donnie Boy's dick to get on the 7, Myron. Not Fresh. Fresh was irrelevant at this point. But we're talking about Myron here. All that dick sucking you had to do, Myron, just to get the audience you have right now, just to turn around and say, as soon as you got all the money, hey, get out of here. We don't need you. Get out. This guy, you criticize me. Get out of here. That's what you're saying. It's pathetic. Yo, Don, shout out to you for the 2. Don says, Duke, so Cakegate was good. Or Cakegate was good or what, my dude? Yeah, that's why we did a show. Don, yeah, bro, that was you. That was you right there, bro. Get a W in the chat for Don. Hey, listen, if you're at the conciliary or if you've been a member for a long time or you've been an OG chat member, all right, I listen to y'all. I take your recommendations. So when you send that recommendation, I had to do my research. Some of y'all, when you send the recommendations, I do look at them. I have to research them. Some of them, okay, they don't have meat to it, and others they got meat to it, so I cover it, right? So especially, shout out to you, shout out to Lay. A lot of y'all y'all be getting some stuff in there, right? So I listen. Don't get me wrong, I listen. But yeah, Cakegate was good. We followed up on that. We're going to follow up on that for sure. Don again with the 5. Don says, Lucario once says, my girl needs to get with other dudes because I get with other girls. Did he say that? Lucario say that for real? Hold on, let me read this. He says, Lucario once said, my girl needs to get with other dudes because I get with other girls. But he didn't say that, bro. Did he say that for real? Why would he say it? Why? That don't even make any sense. So it's just an open relationship. All right, that's fine. Ain't no wrong with open relationships, but then why y'all criticizing Destiny? That don't make any sense. But listen, shout out to Lucario. I don't know if he said this, but that statement don't make any sense. Like my girl needs to get with other dudes. That's throwing me off. Why would she need to get with other dudes because you're getting with other girls? That don't make any sense, Lucario. We're going to research that. I don't know if he actually said that. By the way, tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, Tree of Logic versus Wilson on the Crucible. Oh, that's right. I got an email saying they confirmed that. So they're going to be debating officially. Yeah, we're going to cover that. Well, we're going to cover it. It's going to be an interesting show for sure. But we're going to cover that. It's going to be interesting, right? Because we need a follow-up to a lot of these allegations that are out there, right? Especially Wilson over here. I had no idea his wife was out here talking shit on YouTube. It's like, damn, bro, like that's crazy for a traditional man. Your wife is living like a modern woman out here. That's crazy. Don again with the super chat. Don says Tree has been lying about my boy Alex PWF. Shame. What did she say about Alex? What's going on with that? Hold up. Y'all don't understand. I have not been into this. Hold up. What did she say? Hey, okay, I gotta get on with the show. Because what did she say about Alex? What's going on with? Are they beefing? Why is Tree beefing with Alex? What? Hey, now this might be juicy. What's going on? Hey, wait. Is Trio Logic beefing with Alex? Why are they beefing? What's going on? Like, who got exposed here? I feel like I'm missing out. When did this happen? What's going on?
We don't just get because here's the thing. If you ask Jordan Peterson, well, no, be quiet for 2 seconds. Here's the thing. I love Jordan Peterson, but if you be quiet, bro. Be quiet. I love Jordan Peterson, but if you ask him right now, how do I pick up a girl in today's day and age? He won't be able to answer that question. Yeah. All right. He's been married his entire life. It is what it is. He just doesn't understand the modern dating dynamics. It is what it is.
I'm sorry, bro. I would much rather listen to a married guy on relation. If I'm looking for a girl, right, and I want to make her mine, all right, I'm not gonna listen to these hucksters and these wannabe pimps, all right, to tell me how to keep a woman, right? I'm gonna listen to the guy who's been married for 20 plus years. That just makes so much sense to me. Why wouldn't I take advice from him? He's beating the odds better than y'all. I mean, Myra only had one serious relationship in his life. Fresh has been dealing with prostitutes. Like, what are we dealing with here? Like, y'all don't have any relationship experience. I would listen to the married guy. Just being real.
It is.
Actually, we were there.
You ask you're talking about Michael Sartain. Mike has been on this show plenty of times. Yeah, he identifies a lot of problems, but is he going to give a solution? A lot of guys want solutions, bro. So you're sitting here saying, yo, they give prescriptions because they understand that most guys aren't going to reach it. Like,
actually, we were at Jordan Peterson's events, remember? Yeah. And we met 3 couples there. I said, hey, Myron, Fresh and Fit, you changed our life. I know we're together longer because of you guys. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
We were in line waiting for a picture. They said, yo, you changed our lives. in Jordan Peterson's event.
We give solutions, bro. Like, you might not like the solutions, but that doesn't mean that there's other people that don't gain value from it. Just because you have a defeatist mindset and you're like, yo, nothing's ever going to change, but we're just going to stay average. That's fine. But there's a bunch of people that watch this shit and they're like, yo, like, no, my shit has improved, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So, hey, man, I'm not a fan of identifying problems without giving a solution. But yeah, what are you going to say?
All I'm saying is
you're criticizing us for giving solutions.
I understand that any improvement is good improvement, and keeping somebody from committing suicide or, unaliving themselves and helping credit scores, all of that is good. I'm not saying it's not good, but what I'm trying to tell you is that the issues that you're trying to have a solution for is much bigger than you think. That's why you guys are phase 1 of the red pill, right? That's why there's a bunch of people with red pill rage in your chat just calling in to talk shit about women. When they actually get past that, right, they'll start to actually listen to Chris Williamson, Scott Galloway, and Jordan Peterson.
They don't give solutions. They don't give solutions.
It doesn't matter about solutions because you're saying solutions, but not even you can't say, okay, not every solution fits everybody, but then give out the solutions that don't fit everybody. And at the end of the day, right? Even though they don't give direct solutions, they're still covering the issues. Sometimes most men, they just want people to talk about the issues they're having. That's it. No one in the media is talking about the problems men are facing. Yeah, you guys are talking about it and you're prescribing these weird solutions, but they have no bearings in reality. A lot of them, they don't even gel well with reality. So again, it's not about prescribing solutions. It's all about talking about the issues. When you talk about the issues, more people can come to the table. And with more heads at the table, you can probably find something close to a solution, but something that can work out for a lot of people because you got more heads working at this versus you two bozos over here. Just being real. Sometimes it's not about trying to find a solution all the damn time. Sometimes it's about identifying the problem. Right now, not a lot of people, especially in mainstream media, are identifying the problem with men. You guys aren't even coming up with a cure for the suicide rates for men. No one are doing anything for men. The divorce rates, or not divorce rate, what do you call it? The custody battles and whatnot you all brag about. Where is your lobbying group to fight against that? Y'all don't have any of that. Y'all just complaining at the end of the day. You're talking about the problem, which is fine, but your solutions are whack. We need to get more people involved in an honest conversation, not this fucking weird gender war pseudo bullshit that you're trying to get everyone to participate in so you can make a buck. It's weird. Misinterpretation with the $10 super chat. Let's get a W for misinterpretation. Shout out to you. Misinterpretation says Duke is the one out here saving lives because YouTube used to bore me to death. Hey, shout out to you. I don't know if I'm that funny, bro, but shout out to you, misinterpretation. Listen, I'm not saying I'm saving lives out here. I don't know. Listen, I'm out here clowning red pillars. I don't think that's anything to like save lives about, but I do think that realistically, I think a lot of people need to stop listening to these people. At least maybe not like take them seriously. I'm not saying you listen to whoever you want, right? But don't take these guys seriously. Just look at them for what they are. Entertainment at the end of the day, right? They're not serious people. They're not people whose advice you should take seriously. You should just look at this for fun. I mean, they got it's all fun and game for these guys back there. All right. But it's nothing for you guys, we clown these guys, but like realistically, again, it's more about getting you guys through that hump, like especially what this young man is talking about. He's absolutely right, because when people grow out of that red pill rage, they find channels like this. Like if you don't find it at first, you'll find it later. There are plenty of people in the chat right now that used to be former fans of these people, right? It happens every day. I get those emails every day, right? But it's one of those things where when you're focused on the mission, you're not out here bragging about, oh, I'm saving lives. You're not gonna hear, oh, yeah, listen, my channel, we save so many people. No, we're not out here to do that. We're not here to do it. What we're mainly out here to do is, did you get the message? That's it. If you got the message, fine and dandy. Sponsor the show, and let's keep it moving, because that's essentially what the red pill was supposed to be about. No one's saying that. Listen, the red pill's gotten crazy, right? But not when it first started. When it first started, the whole idea of the red pill was you come in, you get the information from one of these content creators you like, okay, and then you leave. This is the most important part. You leave. What happened to the red pill over time is people got in, and guys like Rolo and Fresh and Fit and Donnie Boy and all these guys, they figured out how to keep men in the matrix. This is what I've been saying this for a long time. When you come in with all their rhetoric and gender war pseudo bullshit, they figured out how to get you emotional enough to stay. And that's what's wrecking a lot of young men's minds right now, because you're not supposed to stay here. You're supposed to move on to something else. And that's my job, to help you along that stage where you're just, okay, something's kind of weird about what they're saying. Okay, let's help you along that thinking journey. That's all it is. So I expose the ideas. That's all I do, is I expose the ideas. You know, I don't come after them personally. I don't do any of that. I mean, I know a lot of their personal shit, but I don't come after them with that. I go after the points. That's all that matters, because that's all the points that are relevant to you to break out of that fucking mindset. But yeah, shout out to you, misinterpretations. I appreciate that. That does mean a lot.
Don't give solutions.
Aren't applicable.
They don't give solutions.
They're not, because they're not applicable. They're not applicable.
They don't give solutions. So if you want to go ahead and get problems identified, great, but they don't give solutions.
Your solutions are not applicable to most men. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Hold on, dude.
Like,
everyone can improve their credit score and get in shape. What the fuck are you talking about, you fucking idiot?
Yeah. Everyone can do it, but not everyone needs you for them to do it. You understand? You can, for instance, you can refer them to a trainer. Clearly, you're not doing a goddamn good job with Fresh, okay? So you're not a good trainer anybody should be listening to right now, because your co-partner over here looks like shit. If people are facing situation where they want to delete themselves, refer them to a therapist. Oh, wait, you guys don't believe in therapy because you think it's weird. You think therapy is for leftists. If someone's on the verge of trying to start a business, you refer them to a professional. You say, hey, I have a mass network because we're fresh and fit. Go talk to my boy over here. All right, he's got all that stuff with finances. If someone wants to improve their finances, instead of listening to two bozos online who made their money primarily through merch and super chats, okay, they can go talk to a financial advisor. Guys, it's really that easy. There are financial advisors all over the place. They're looking for businesses. Go find them. They're Fidelity. You got all these other places. They'll be great. They'll sit down with you, go over your portfolio, think about your goals, do a fact-finding report, and then send you on your merry way. That's it. If you want to do all these things, they're actual professionals with fiduciary financial responsibility to you to make sure they have your best interest at heart. Do you think someone like Myron signed a fiduciary responsibility to take care of the clients, to have the client's best interest at heart? No. These guys are incentivized by their own interest. But someone who's a professional, if they were smart enough, they can refer you to, okay, they are there to prioritize your interest, okay? They're legally bound. That's part of their oath of profession, right? To take care of, figure out what's going on with you. So if Fresh and Fit really wanted to save lives, they refer people to professionals that can help them save their lives. If they really want to help people get more money, they can refer people to professionals that can help them get there. Not sit scammers on their show and have conversations about it. No, you would actually grab their information, all those little comments and calls that are helping you out, right? Or saying that you saved their lives. You refer them to someone that actually can do the work for them in the real world. So you listening to whatever these people are saying and say, yeah, you know what? They helped me too. Or I helped them too. It's dumb, bro. It just makes people not believe your bullshit.
Everyone can improve their credit score. Everyone can get framed. Everyone can get dressed better. Everyone can get in shape. What the fuck are you talking about?
We're doing it right now, bro. We're doing it right now. What are you talking about?
Phase one.
What the fuck? Yo, no, dude. You are fuck. Yo, literally, dude. Look. I'm trying to have a reasonable conversation with you here. But what part of everyone can improve their fitness? No. No, I'm not interrupting you because you made your point. You're saying, yo,
shout out to Kendra in the chat. I see you, girl.
These guys do better than you guys because they identify the problems. They don't give subscriptions, but that's because subscriptions aren't applicable. And I'm making the argument that we give subscriptions because our methods are applicable. Everyone can improve their credit score. Everyone can get in better shape. Everyone can understand how female nature operates. Everyone can keep themselves from getting divorced. Everyone can go ahead and prevent a lot of these issues and stop using drugs. What the fuck are you talking about? It's not applicable to everyone.
No. He's saying that because not everyone needs you to do that, because your subscriptions, all right, or prescriptions. I don't know why he's saying subscriptions all of a sudden, but your prescriptions aren't for everybody. Your prescriptions are for pill poppers. Not everybody. There's a distinction.
The stuff that we teach. What are you talking about?
Can every man become a high-value man?
I just mentioned 6 different things that every
guy can answer the fucking question, Myron. You said not everybody can do this. Can everybody be a high value man? Don't dodge the question, moron. Answer it.
Apply whether they're high value or not that can get them to becoming high value. What the hell are you talking about that is not applicable?
Can every man
more sign language?
No, but every man can improve his life, and that's why we fucking do this podcast, you piece of shit. Fuck you.
Okay. Whoa! Hey, yo! Whoa! Yeah, it wasn't that crazy to get triggered over. All right, but like realistically, okay, if not everybody can do it, then just be honest. Not everybody can be high value. Okay, and making marginal improvements doesn't mean you're high value. So drop the fucking term. It's a sales gimmick at this point that should be dead. All right, that's the term that needs to die. 2024, high value. That term high value needs to go. Crumple it up, throw it in the trash, burn it. I don't care what you do with it. It's synonym for a scam, right? High values means it's a scam. This is what it is, right? So him now all of a sudden high value went from 6 figures to if you make an extra $100 a month on your paycheck, yeah, that's good. Yeah, it's marginal. It's good. Shut up. Like, what are we talking about here? Again, I think any conversation you start with these guys, the first thing you have to define is what exactly is a high-value man, right? What entails a high-value man? Because if you look at these guys and how they explain it or how they try to explain it away, almost everything can form under that category of high-value man, right? So it's like on one hand, they're trying to create like a exclusive level that you have to pay them for their courses in order for you to achieve, which is high value. On the other hand, they're saying, yeah, but if you can make any everyday marginal improvement in your life, that's also considered high value. Well, then people make everyday marginal improvements in their lives every single day. They do. So are they high value or are they still average? Which one is it? So for instance, I lost 5 pounds the other last month. Am I high value or is that marginal improvement? Somebody can make an extra $10 or they can get a raise. They can get a raise from their job. Maybe it's not high value of 6 figures. All right, they get 10-cent raise. That's marginal. Is that high value or is that not? Again, you have to define what the fuck high value means. Okay, because at this point, based on what y'all are saying, it could mean just about anything. I'm down with the 5. Shout out to you. Says the RP. Stop simping. Also the RP. Simp for men and give men money to be high value simps. Yo, that's facts. If that ain't a factual statement, if I ever saw one, that's facts. Absolutely, right? It's what I call the OnlyFans for men. Okay, because these 2 guys did something we never thought could be done, where a bunch of men can just pay them money for just talking. That's it, right? So they're paying they got a bunch of men to pay these guys like these men will pay OnlyFans women. And the best way they were able to achieve that is by attaching themselves to OnlyFans women. Just let that sink in for a second, right? These guys want to get paid like OnlyFans women. In order to achieve that, they attach themselves to OnlyFans women, right? And by attachment, meaning they hang out with them, they shame them, they do all these different things. At the end of the day, they're collecting revenue. Think about it. Let's think about this. Let's replace the late night show. And let's put, instead of bimbos and OnlyFans thoughts, let's put a bunch of real estate agents in pants, suit. What do you call it? Not pantsuits. What do you call that? Just suits for women, right? Or women's suits, right? We got a bunch of women real estate professionals, all right, wearing their professional attire, all right, nothing sexy, nothing revealing. We're talking about full-on Hillary Clinton, shoulders to the pants suits, all right, padded shoulders and everything. They all lined up. Do you think it's going to get the same amount of views as OnlyFans girls? I'm going to guarantee you that's a no. So it goes to show you, if that's a no, there's something else drawing these boys in. And the thing that is drawing these boys in is the boobies, the ass, the degeneracy that these girls promote. It's all that stuff. The boys love it. Because if you got straight dressed women who are not into that, shenanigans, or they're out here about their bag, they're out here about to do stuff because they actually have a reputation, it'll not be an entertaining show. And Fresh and Fit know it. But you're right. It's all about simping for them.
You, man. Seriously. Fuck you.
No, fuck you.
No, fuck you, bro. Seriously. Because no.
Hey, you're talking about, I'm going to get demonetized for sure. I don't care. My last 3 videos have been demonetized. I don't give a shit. I had to replay that back. That fuck you from the fan, he was so confused too. You can tell. Mine's like, fuck you. He's like, fuck you. He's like, what do I fuck you, bro. Like, yo, the disrespect. Imagine if you were a fan of these guys and you just calling in to give some constructive criticism about their show, right? And then these guys, he's just in there, fuck you, and you don't know anything about it. Like, you think you're still going to be a fan afterwards? You think this guy's going to be a fan after watching this, after being treated like this? This is ridiculous, bro. They don't understand how to treat people, yet they're teaching you how to learn and work with people. That doesn't make any sense, all right? Generic, Z Generic. Shout out to you for the $5 super chat. It says, Duke, it'd be entertaining if you called in. I know. You know what? You're right. We gonna bring call-ins back, but we gotta. I don't know. You're right. We'll do call-ins because here's the thing. Every time I do a call-in show, I never know what's gonna happen. Right? We might have King Richards hop on back over here again. All right, y'all want to see that mess again? You want to see me go back and forth with Queen Riches again? I know he been talking shit about me on his channel, but it is what it is. You want to see me go through that again? I'll do it for you guys. Don't worry about it. I'll do it for you, chat. I'll do it for you. We'll do more call-in shows. Yeah, it's just I don't want I don't want the show to go in like 4 or 5 hours. But yeah, we'll do some call-in shows. I'll even have. Here's what I was thinking about. I was thinking about just dedicating one day a week, like a Sunday or something, like just for like a chill stream where we just call in, we shoot the shit and talk about the stuff that went on like the full week. I think that'd be dope to do. That way it doesn't take from the main show, but it allows us to get together and talk about things. But yeah, I think that's a good idea, Generic. You're good. Shout out to you.
Can every man become a high value man?
No, but every man can improve his life, and that's why we fucking do this podcast, you piece of shit. Fuck you, man. Seriously, fuck you.
No, fuck you.
No, fuck you, bro. Seriously, because because you're trying to sit here and say that not every guy can improve, and you're slapping everyone in the fucking face that's watching this show, saying that they're not going to become high value, etc. No, that's what you're doing. That's what you're doing.
He's right. Not all of them who are watching the show are going to be high value. You getting mad at him for telling the truth, Myron? What the fuck?
That's really what you're doing. You're saying that you're giving subscriptions that everyone else can't apply, and I'm telling you that they fucking can. Every single guy watching the show can get more money. Every single guy watching the show can get in better shape.
They can. That doesn't mean they will. Just because they can does not mean they will. Again, if a woman would talk like this on your show, you would yell at her for not being specific. But now all of a sudden, yeah, well, men can. Just like every woman, when a woman says, "Oh, every woman can be a 10," y'all will get mad. If a woman comes up to your show saying, "Well, every woman can be a 10," you will be mad. Like, "Oh, no, not every woman is a 10." Yeah, y'all will go crazy. But then when it comes to the other side of the fence, "Oh, no, everybody could be high value." Everybody can be high value. I mean, what are we talking about here? It's like, what? Like, y'all see the switcheroo? I mean, come on, bro.
Every single guy in here can learn female nature. Everyone could dress better. Everyone could take better care of their hair, get their self-improvement going. Every single person here can do it. Are they all going to become a top 1% guy? No, but maybe they'll be top 10%. Maybe they'll be top 15%, and that'll dramatically improve their life. That's the difference. So our subscriptions are applicable to everyone. Fuck you, man. You don't know
prescriptions. And geez, why is he so mad? Why? Whoa!
What you're talking about. And I wish I saw you in person so I could smack the taste out your mouth.
Yeah. See, listen, it wouldn't be a Fresh and Fit show if they didn't challenge somebody to some kind of fight. Okay? You got the shaming language. You got the insults. You got the, what do you call it? The gaslighting. When all else fails, now we got to fight. If you were here, I'll smack you. Like, hey, okay, buddy. Hey. Yende's still asking for that fade, bro. Okay? Stop it. Yende's still asking for that fade. Where is it at, bro?
Say some dumb shit like that. Disrespecting everyone watching the show that they can't improve and trying to say, "Oh, everyone's going to be average and nothing's ever going to happen." Fuck you, man.
You're pandering.
No, fuck you, dude. I'm not pandering to shit. Because I'm the one getting the thousands of messages from people saying that their lives are improving. Fuck you, dude. Seriously. Fuck you, man. All jokes aside, like literally, fuck you, you piece of shit. Guys like you are the reason why so many dudes don't become successful. They have a defeatist mindset. They think that the world's against them. They got a victim mindset. You are the quintessential example of a guy that has a defeatist mindset. You just want to hear the problems without solutions, you piece of fucking shit. I guarantee you're a mouth-breathing fat slob sitting in your fucking basement right now, and you don't even want to tell us what the fuck you do or who you are because you know you're a piece of shit. Fuck you.
You're calling him a fat slob, probably lives in his mom's basement, but he used to be a fan. That's crazy. You're calling him a fat slob who probably lives in his mom's basement, but the first words out of his mouth when he talked to you was he used to be a fan of yours since Kevin Samuels, which was 3-4 years ago. So if your average fans are fat slobs that live in a basement, I mean, I don't know if that's a W to be bragging about, bro.
Fuck you, man. Seriously. Fuck you. If I saw you in person, I smack the taste out your mouth. Fuck you, dude.
Loser.
Seriously. There's not many guys that I would do that shit to, but you definitely one of them. You fucking piece of shit. Fuck you.
This reminds me of like middle school bullying, bro. This is crazy. Like, imagine like just the kids on the playground. Ah, you're such a loser. Ah, screw you. Ah, loser. Like, oh my God, bro. Like, y'all in high school still? I didn't know that.
You, man.
What a loser, man.
Get this guy out of here, man. Brokey fetus mindset, man.
Bye, Brokey.
Come in here, compare us to a bunch of guys that just identify problems and don't give solutions, man. Fuck you, man.
Listen, bro. At the end of the day, is he qualified to talk about this? No.
Like, yo, like these dudes are like, and here's the thing, you got to put idiots like that in their place. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Oh, you're exploiting men. We give a bunch of free value. What the fuck are you talking about, asshole?
If you guys knew how much money we give up just to like keep this running and show you guys love and value, you'll not believe, bro.
No, we know. We know how much money you gave up because Myron couldn't stop talking about it. All right, we got Myron over here. Saving kids. That was one thing. But saving you incels. Oh! This is a guy. Chat. This is a guy that cried over getting demonetized. Okay, Buddy got demonetized on YouTube. And that was the first time we saw Myron cry. Talking about, you know how much money we gave up? Oh, yeah, we know. Because you couldn't stop crying about it, dumbass. Like this guy.
So,
no one streams as much as we do. No one gives out as much free content as we do. No one gives as much value as we do. You're going to sit here and compare us to a bunch of niggas that just do podcasts and identify problems but don't give solutions. We have detailed videos on how to deal with all these fucking problems, whether it's getting in the gym, making more money, getting your credit score up, how to invest in real estate, how to invest in ETFs. What the fuck is that guy talking about? Don't ever compare us to any of those other guys because none of them give as much value as we do. So yes, I'm going to take that shit personally because we go out of our way to give you guys value on this channel. No one comes fucking close to male self-improvement as we do on fucking YouTube. That's why I say that shit with pride when I say we're the #1 men's podcast in the world, because we fucking are.
Yeah.
No one
whatever catching up now. Hey, whatever podcast, whatever they doing, it's catching up. Y'all soon to be #2. All right. Play your fucking 2. You understand me? All right. Y'all about to be Luigi in this motherfucker. They taking that Myro spot. Okay. That just is what it is. Yo, Generic with the 5 shout to you says, call into the show and critique Myron and all of his friends, even his fitness. LOL. I'll be watching live replay when I'm home. I will see. I don't know if I want to do that. I mean, I don't like. My thing is, listen, unless it's mutual, I ain't gonna go over there and bug you. But maybe. I usually don't know when they're going live. I just get sent these clips. Like people send me this, and I'm like, oh, that's interesting. We're gonna react to it, but we'll see. I don't know. Kendra with the $20 super chat. Let's get that W in the chat for Kendra. Shout out to Kendra. Kendra says they lie more than anyone I've seen in the space. I had my real estate agent look them up. Myron owns 2 properties and Fat owns 0. Yeah, he you know why? He spends his money renting Lamborghinis. That's why. Anyone who takes their advice deserves what they get. People who actually have money recognize others. Facts. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you have money, why would you even need to call into these guys? What is Fresh and Fit gonna teach you that you haven't already learned yourself? If you have money, you earned it, right? You have discipline. You're probably consistent. Okay. Why would you need these guys to teach you anything? What are they gonna motivate? He stopped being a Homeland Security agent so he could be a podcaster for cheap views. That's it. Like, what can he teach you? If you're not going into YouTube, ain't nothing these bozos are gonna teach you. You're absolutely right, Kendra. It's just pathetic that people think that these guys are actually saving lives out here. Like, yeah, get that shit out of here. No
one else comes even close. All those guys you mentioned, who the fuck are they when it comes to giving solutions?
Also, all the hate, sacrifice, blood, sweat, and tears, like actual hard work that we put into the podcast, bro. Dude, like, you don't understand what we put into the podcast, bro. So,
and here's the thing, guys, dudes like that, and I want to make an example of him. There's someone like him in your friends group. I promise y'all, there's always going to be that guy. Yo, man, fuck this shit. Nah, you ain't going to do it. No, what are you talking? Oh, are you going to the gym now? Blah, blah, blah. There's always that negative person that doesn't recognize that any improvement is still a W. Like, it's like, oh, you're not a high value guy? Oh, whatever. Oh, no, but I lost 20 pounds. Oh, so what? Those are
but yo, that's you guys. That's you guys. You guys are the ones doing that. Oh, so what? You lost 20 pounds, so what? All right, you got to be high value. You guys are the ones doing that. You're the guys in every friend group. That's you. Oh, my God. The projection is crazy, chat. The projection is crazy.
Same guys that are talking shit about Mo saying, like, you're not losing weight fast enough. But he went from 500, now he's into the 300s.
And that's the same person when you're winning. Yo, bro, could you help me? How'd you do it, bro?
Yeah, but you would look at a guy like Preach who dances and does mixed martial arts. You call him a fatso, even though he's got more muscle mass than your co-host over here, Myron. You would call him fat, even though he's clearly not. And then oh my God, dude, like these guys, they piss me off. They're such hypocrites. They're such
person, bro. They laugh at you at the beginning and they ask how at the end.
You have to, guys. Reason why I made an example of that guy is because I'm telling y'all, there's someone in your family that's like that. There's someone in your friend group that's like that. Stay away from negative people like that don't recognize your improvements and don't recognize that you're becoming better. And they'll say, well, you're still not high value, or you're still fat, or you're still broke.
Look at Fresh. He's still fat.
Envy and jealousy. That's all it is, bro.
Yeah.
Literally, that's all it is. They want to be better. They want to be you, but they can't be. Because they're stuck in their...
It's all about jealousy at the end of the day. That's what all of this boils down to. Oh, well, you don't approve of my lifestyle. You don't approve of me lying and exploiting young men. You must be just jealous. I mean, look at all the money we make from all these exploited young men. You must be jealous of all this. Yeah. Hater alert. Like, yeah, shut up. Like, this is so predictable, these guys. Chat, that's all I got for you today. Listen, for those of you guys who came for the show, shout out to you. Show's over. But for my 1 and 2 Army, I got a question to ask you, okay? You got to vote and let your voice be heard in the chat below and in the comment section as well, okay? But do you think this individual who called in, do you think after this mess that he went through, is he still going to be a fan of Fresh and Fit? All right, now we got to think about this because these are Fresh and Fit followers, and some of them are not the brightest, but this guy seemed like he had a few brain cells in there. So do you think, one, he's probably still going to be a Fresh and Fit fan? Whatever, he's gonna watch him. Or 2, ain't no way on this green earth that this guy is gonna stay there fat. Matter of fact, this guy is gonna he just got the wake up of a lifetime right now. He's got the wake up of a lifetime, and now he's gonna move on to bigger and better things that probably would actually help his life better than listening to these bozos. Put a 2 in the chat. I'm leaning towards the 2, chat, because here's what I'm thinking. All right, you're not going to win any friends, you shaming the audience like that and doing all that. And even what they said wasn't too bad. All you said was, hey, you probably wouldn't have a show if you weren't doing all this stuff. If someone say, oh, yeah, Duke, you're doing all this degenerate smut and whatnot. If I had a bunch of OnlyFans girls and I was promoting all this stuff while criticizing these guys, it makes sense, right? And if someone, when you guys say, hey, Duke, if you're going to criticize Fresh and Fit, how about you stop bringing out OnlyFans women? Because it's kind of hypocritical. I would listen to him, right? If my alternative was to scream at him and tell him, I don't need you and whatnot. Again, it doesn't make me a very good host, and it doesn't really make me a very good person to listen to for long term, right? And I think all of this stuff, if you put a 2 in the chat, you're on the money, because I think it's that slippery slope towards them becoming irrelevant, right? It's just that little trickle. At first, it starts as a trickle, and before you know it, it's a goddamn waterfall. That's what ends up happening, right? You treat somebody this bad, how many other people are watching? No, seriously. I mean, look at this video. Over 43,000 people saw this thing. Probably a little bit more on Fresh and Fit's channel, right? So, again, it's just one of those things. People saw this, and they're like, okay, this is how it is. Maybe it's not for me. But you let me know at the end of the day. Chat, I appreciate you being here. Y'all could be anywhere in the world right now, but you spent time with Duke the Don, and it means a lot to me. Thank you guys so much, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace. Hold up, we got a super chat here, chat. We got a super chat. Y'all know I read every super chat. Yo, shout out to Chris L with the 5. He says those of whom irony escapes are the same people who give way to hypocrisy. Yeah. Now, honestly, that's what we talk about here all the time. You're absolutely right, bro. But shout out to you. Thanks for being the last word of the day. I appreciate it, bro. Chat, I appreciate y'all, man. Again, for the second time. Catch you on the next one. Peace.